All jacked up. Well, hello, YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your singles love reading, okay? This is for all air signs, so yes, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you are catching this live and you see that live red button right up here, you will not be able to use the timestamps. Matter of fact, there's not even timestamps in there. What happened? Sorry, you guys. Full house here, and I am live, so what happens on live, right? But again, you guys won't even be able to click on the timestamps until I am done with the video. I haven't even put them in yet, so give me a few minutes after I end the live to actually go back and figure out the times, okay? Anything that I don't mention in my intro, you guys, I will provide in the description box. If you're watching this on Facebook, then it's up there at the top of the video, okay? Including all of my links to social media. You guys make sure you're following me on Instagram. On Instagram is where I announce my winners for all of my giveaways. If you want your chance to be entered into any of my giveaways, all you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Only one winner, like you only get to win once. So if you do win one of my giveaways, your name will kind of be taken out of the giveaway, the entries. But other than that, everybody has a chance to win, and I randomly choose a winner, okay? We are doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will announce the winner over on Instagram. Sorry for my connection, you guys. These kids, they really literally suck the internet straight from me, okay? Yep. So with that being said, you guys, I think I've pretty much gone over everything. I won't be addressing cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you know the deal. If you're watching for an air sign, remember to just put yourself where you need to, but don't make things fit. Seriously, tell them to get off their internet, please. Like, it won't even stay straight. Sorry, you guys. Seriously. Party in the USA. Hell yeah. It's a real great party in the USA, right? No, actually, the USA is just, there's some shit going on, right? It is what it is. Anyways, you guys, anything I don't go over, again, will be in the description box. Follow me on social media, Instagram. You know the deal. Let's go ahead and get into the reading, right? Let me just get out of this intro. So anyways, you guys, we are going to start with Gemini. Gemini, my readings have been lasting, okay, because it's been taking me about an hour per sign. I am going to try to kind of limit that time. You guys, I've literally been on the internet live all day. My ass hurts, and doing tarot readings really sucks the energy out of me. So I am going to try to shorten it a little bit, you guys. I'm not going to rush it, but I'm aiming for 30 to 45 minutes per sign. Again, we're going to start with Gemini, then we'll get into Libra and Aquarius. After the live, you'll be able to fast forward with timestamps, okay? So let's go ahead and start with Gemini, right? Gemini is my voice of air, right? So with my Geminis, of course, you guys know the air sign is all about mind, right? It's all about logical thinking. It's all about communication and obviously being clear, right? With my Geminis, it's a little bit different. With my Geminis, since you guys are the voice of air, you tend to be more lively, okay? Not only are you lively, but things are really easy. There's a lot more, it's just like you're more versatile. I feel like there's this part of balance within all air signs, obviously more with my Libras. But ultimately, it's still that energy of just being able to really be able to be versatile in life. Hey, Wildflower, how are you? And okay, Nimrod, I think I had to delete you or block you last time. Look, I don't mind you talking, but please do not be rude. You will be blocked and deleted, okay? Also, too, those of you guys who are on live, if you ever see negative comments, if you guys want to delete it or report them, you're more than welcome to. I do allow you guys to monitor the chats, okay? My chats are open. My chats are available. Again, negativity is not tolerated, but If you guys do want to ask any questions pertaining to the reading, that's why my chats are open. I will not answer personal questions for you guys. I know on Facebook things are a little bit different, so I just want to kind of bring that up. I know there's a lot of unapproved readers. You guys, I'm not an unapproved reader, okay? I'm a healer. I'm a light worker. It is what it is. So my free readings are these general readings, okay? If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, my email's in the description box up above as well as down below. Just send me an email and be like, hey, Empress Egypt, I would like your price list. As easy as that, all right? So first up, we are going for messages from Spirit. First up, we do have the Cosmic Heart, right? This is all about devotion, potency, make your life a movie player, right? I'm sorry, a moving prayer. Interesting, very, very interesting. So it's okay, Nimrod, just keep it professional, okay? Or not professional, but keep it positive, okay? We're trying to raise the energy, not lower it, okay? We also have Warrior Woman, very beautiful. Have you answered your deepest calling? And of course, if you are masculine energy, this is warrior, the warrior, right? So it doesn't have to be Warrior Woman. But again, this is just that energy of pushing through all the struggles. No matter the end result, it's that warrior energy, okay? So this is coming through in your messages from Spirit. Spirit wants you to understand that they made you a warrior for a reason, okay? Divine made you this warrior to be able to get through these battles and to answer your calling. Okay, anyways, so let's see what's going on here. I do honestly feel like there's something within you, Gemini, that's kind of calling you to really question things in life. I feel like, honestly, you are being tested as a warrior a lot. I feel like maybe, you've asked these questions like, why does this keep happening to me? How come I can't get over these hurdles? But either way, the point is that you still fight, you still get through those struggles and those battles. And that is what this ultimate energy is of the warrior, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, there's this sense of devotion within you that's kind of coming out of nowhere. You're not really understanding it, but it has pushed you to the awakening, okay? So I do feel like some of the situations you've gone through in your life have kind of really opened your eyes to a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't have necessarily accepted in past tense energy, okay? Let's see, you guys. We also have the deep cellular healing, all right? This is Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. This is a beautiful card, right? Clearly, that's what my channel is about. It's about raising your energy, healing as an individual. On Facebook, my name is Tarot Therapy, one word, because tarot is a form of therapy if it's used right, okay? This is why it's really important, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that you guys understand I'm not here to predict your future, okay? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not some magician. I don't cast spells, okay? I believe in spirituality. I believe in a higher perspective. I believe in a deeper understanding of our powers that we all possess. So it's just different for me. So this is more of therapy than it is anything else, okay? Again, deep cellular healing is really focusing on the fact, come on, Steven, seriously. Sorry, everybody wants to come downstairs and make something to eat as soon as I hit live. Like, that's right. That's how it is when you're a mom, right? Okay, I am blocking you. You've had your chance, Nimrod. I'm sorry, dude. It's that easy, you guys. Block user. Bye. Sorry, again, negative energy, exit stage left. I don't have time for it. Again, Gemini, sorry for the interruption. I do apologize, all right? We also have Fall Into My Arms. I absolutely love this card, okay? This is all about really just trusting in the divine process, trusting in the divine plan. And it's really, okay, this is like that Libra energy. Remember what I was saying in the very beginning? It's this energy of being balanced even though you're not a Libra. This is that extremes, right? It's acknowledging the extremes of life, whether it's negative or positive. But this is more the extremes, okay? So this is going to be the things that make you make you uncomfortable. Seriously. So sorry, you guys. Distractions left and right. If it wasn't in the comments, Spirit's trying to say something with all of these distractions. Let me ask you: have you been very distracted in your life with things? Clearly, Spirit always has a way of speaking. So I do feel like, honestly, Spirit's trying to tell you to just release yourself to the universe. I feel like maybe some of my Geminis are having a hard time dealing with the ups and downs of life. I feel like when the downs hit you, the downs really hit you, okay? This is holding on to the opposite, right? So when you're low, all you can think about is being high. And when you're high, all you can really think about is how you were low. So it's one of those situations. That's where the unbalancing is at with most of my Geminis here, okay? And so what Spirit is telling you to do is to surrender, embrace the lows and embrace the highs during those moments. Don't look at the opposite. Does that make sense? We also have, you've got the love. This is Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. So this is very similar to the devil card, okay? The devil energy, again, addictions, codependency, that kind of energy is already coming through. So overall, I already know that getting into your energy, we are going to be facing some toxicity within your life. We're also going to be looking at some of the unbalancings within your life, okay? Now, this is my singles reading, so we are going to go into a little bit of love. We will see if you're still holding on to a past energy or if you are going to be changing and allowing a new love to come in, okay? Last but least, we do have the Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. I absolutely love this card too, Gemini. This is a beautiful card, okay? This is all about you really having that awakening, you fully understanding what the universe is about, how things work, the law of attraction, raising the vibrations and people really feeling this vibration. So beautiful energy, beautiful messages from Spirit first starting out. Again, my Geminis are the warriors. They are the Oracle. A little bit of issues with some codependency, maybe some addiction, but nothing that my Geminis can't handle, all right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading and see what's going on, all right? So I do want to start with your energy first. I want to see where you're at. Now, I have had to explain that I had to get rid of the shadow work readings. I'm still going to be incorporating shadow work into my readings. I just have to be careful because the criticism is very hard for some people, okay? And I'm not knocking those people. I just have to take that into consideration because this is a healing channel. So for those of you guys that really enjoyed my shadow work readings, hey, my email's still there. Just send me an email. I'll send you over a price list, you guys. I'm running a special 25% off all the way through July 4th for all of my readings. So just ask me for a price list and I'll send it over and I'll give you the new price, okay? Hey, Aquarius Yazzie, how are you? Nabrisha, how are you? Or Archie, Nabrisha, how are you guys? So yes, with that being said, you guys, I will incorporate the shadows a little bit, okay? But again, I'm not going to be like pointing out all the bad things in your life anymore, okay? We'll just kind of tap lightly into the shadows. Maybe once my channel grows and people start to really fully understand that my channel is about healing, then maybe we can bring the shadow readings back up. But until my channel is established and we understand that there are going to be trigger warnings on my channel, I just can't run those risks yet. Does that make sense? So with that being said, let's go ahead and see where your energy's at, okay, Gemini? All right, Gemini, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis. Good. I am doing good. A little exhausted. It's been a very long day for me. I've been going very, very crazy with these readings. Literally, I've been working my ass off. 6 hours today on my ass. 2 videos before this. And I have this one and I still have to get into my water sign. So I'll be up till 3 in the morning. You guys will probably get one more notification from me. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis, please. The twins, right? Let's see what's going on here, Spirit. Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis, please. Okay, we have, I hold purity and high esteem in reverse. So I do feel like some of my Geminis are dealing with self-esteem issues, or maybe someone that is in your circle has self-esteem issues. But you know how it is, birds of a feather flock together. So of course, whatever energy is around you tends to rub off on you, and vice versa. Keep that in mind, okay? Spirit, what else do we have for my Geminis? Any cards that come out in the reverse, I will probably dive into them a little bit and clarify. But anything that I fully understand and I don't need to clarify, I won't, okay? And then after we lay five cards down here, we'll get into your love. We'll see what's coming in for you with love, all right? Spirit, show me what I need to see, please. All right. We have, I advance through my own abilities in the reverse, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, Gemini, you guys might be leaning on a lot of people for help. I feel like, honestly, maybe there's a part of you, Gemini, that doesn't fully understand your worth. Maybe you tend to look at everybody else in the situation as far as what it is that they have and what it is that you don't have, or what it is that they can do and what it is that you don't do. And I think this has a lot to do with that, the whole mental state, the really, how you really think about things, right? Being somewhat not analytical, but just always in your thoughts, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, there's a little bit of blockages. Maybe this has to do with the addictions and codependency that you're facing. But ultimately, there's something that's holding you back from seeing your own abilities, okay? Again, we will be tapping into it and finding out, most definitely. All right, Spirit, what else do we have? We also have, I speak with sincerity. So I do feel like, honestly, because there's some issues with self, okay? Because there's some issues with you not seeing your true value, your true worth, and your abilities within, it's going to be very hard for you to even talk positively about others. Now, I'm not saying that you talk negative about people, okay? Trigger warning, you guys. Again, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth of what I see. I do feel like there is something that makes it very hard for you to be able to speak genuinely because, again, we are what we are, right? So, and we give out what we are. So if our energy is not in the most confident area, and this isn't going to be for all of my Geminis, okay, but this is going to be for a few of you in specific. But if there is something that you're feeling is not right inside, unbalanced inside, ultimately it's going to be very hard for you to be sincere with anybody because you're dealing with your own shit on the inside, right? It has nothing to do with you not necessarily being sincere or wanting to be sincere. It's just that there's blockages, right? You can't even fully be sincere because you can't be sincere with yourself. You can't acknowledge the abilities within. Okay. Now, again, Gemini, this is not stating that this is how everything is in your life or every equation is like this, but this is the shadows of your life. Okay. So the negatives within you, Gemini. Okay. You may only have one negative out of 1,000 positive things. Hey, Steven, the connection's really, really bad. You need to tell those kids to get off. I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, it's not this bad until they all get on their games. I have 2 boys, right? And then, of course, my boyfriend is like another boy. So 3 people on PlayStations, and then my daughter on her phone, and then my twin girls on their phone. Yeah, I have a busy house, okay? I do apologize, you guys. Let's see. Yes, sometimes we do need to hear the truth. I mean, it's hard to hear, I'm not going to lie, but ultimately it helps you. I mean, it doesn't kind of set in right away, but it replaces the negative thoughts in your head. And yes, even though it's a negative thought, it's criticism. So it's a form of that subconscious constantly telling you, like, for example, with me, one of my big pet peeves with myself right now is saying the word ultimately in all of my readings way too much. So I've made a note to not say ultimately. So it's like that conscience, and now it's in my subconscious. So it's again, just criticizing so that those shadows in our lives can be lit upon. Because once they're acknowledged, then the work takes place. But until you acknowledge it, it's like with addiction, right? If you're addicted to a drug, you will never get better if you can't even admit that you're addicted. And I can state this from someone who has been addicted to drugs. So, again, it's facing the reality and assuming responsibility for your own actions so that the change can take place. Make sense? So again, I'm not here to hurt anybody. It's just, it's all with good intentions, okay? Let's see what else we got here. I am kind in reverse. Interesting. So I don't feel like you're not a kind person, Gemini, but I do feel like, honestly, again, this has to do with a lot of how you're feeling inside. And even if you're not verbalizing these things, it's like if you're not happy on the inside, ultimately that's how it's going to feel to anybody that's around you. Everybody's going to feel like you're not a nice person. You're not, you're not genuine. And again, I'm not trying to say that that's how it is. I'm just stating that this is that kind of energy. This is what happens when you harbor negative thoughts towards yourself, right? Like I can't do anything. I suck. I'll never find love. And I'm not saying that you use those words to be exact. I'm just using those as an example. So ultimately, it's like there's this meme that was going around on Facebook. I don't know if you guys knew it or not, but it was something about harboring negative energy is like storing acid in a container. From the outside, it's fine, but on the inside, it's deteriorating, right? It's destroying it on the inside because it's bottling up those toxic negative thoughts, right? Ultimately, that's kind of this energy I'm feeling, Gemini. Very interesting, though, because with all of my other readings leading up to Gemini's energy, It's been focused more on love. With this kind of energy, this is more of a self-care kind of thing. So I think it's very interesting that your messages in the beginning had a lot to do with that, right? The addiction came through in the messages, and also understanding that you are the oracle, you are a light worker, you are a star seed, you are made to be able to get through these things, to grow and transform, right? To ascend. So it's actually very beautiful. But again, the energy is different. Like, it's not you focused. I mean, again, I'm not saying that you're not focused on love. I'm just saying that it's more of this energy of things going on within you that you feel this energy. Like, that's where you're at. You get what I'm saying? Let's see if we can get one more card. Spirit, one more card, please. Sorry, talking like crazy. I just ate dinner. Whew. I've been running like a chicken with my head cut off. All right, Spirit, one more card, please. One more card. I also wanted to give you guys authentic readings instead of like edited videos. So this is why I did the live readings, because I felt like the best way to give you my genuine self is with no editing, right? Being able to interact with you guys as much as I can, okay? One more card, Spirit, when it comes to my Gemini's energy, please. One more card. So again, you're not going to see any editing, so it might take a minute to get a card from Spirit, okay? Sometimes it happens quick, sometimes it happens slow, okay? But I do see a little bit of hesitation. So I do feel like there is a lot of self-doubt within you, Gemini. Yes. Okay, I'm hearing yes in my ears. So there's definitely a lot of self-doubt here. Okay, and so this is probably what has a lot to do with you, again, seeing abilities with other people and not yourself. Like, not seeing your own abilities, okay? We also have, I affirm that all life is sacred. This is in the reverse, you know. I do feel like, honestly, again, this is all about self-worth, okay? I feel like there's parts of you, and this could be because of a love, right? This could have been because of somebody who has walked away from you and has you feeling like, literally, like you're not worth it, right? Like your life's not worth it. You know, and if you ever feel that low to where you feel like you have nowhere else to go, you guys, my email is there, okay? You email me in a heartbeat, I will be there for you, okay? But I do feel like there's a part of you sometimes that is just like, what is the purpose of life? Like, it's that question, like, what is the purpose of life? And so ultimately, there's a lot of doubt within, you know, how life works, what your purpose is, where you're supposed to be, how, you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions. And so I feel like right now there's a part of you, Gemini, that doesn't value life. And I'm not talking about like that. Like, I'm not saying that you would go around and kill somebody or anything like that. What I'm referring to is you're not fully understanding what life is because you have so many questions. Maybe because of past energy that has happened. It's very hard to say. Again, I apologize for my internet connection, you guys. Like, literally in the first 10 minutes of this video, it's blacked out like 20 times. Steven, you got to check on those boys. I bet you they are. Or the girls are on their internet. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so again, ultimately, I do feel like there's some inner issues, okay? Now, I'm not going to dive real deep into the shadows. Maybe I will bring the shadow readings back because, again, it's so interesting that these shadows are really coming out. And I do really believe in the shadow work readings. But again, I just have to be really careful with the trigger words, with the trigger warnings, you guys. I have been reported, okay? But I do, again, I feel like there's just a lot of doubting yourself. And because of this, there's a lot of doubting life, right? Just doubting where you're at, where you're supposed to be, how things should be. Doubting where you've been and where you're going. Doubting your intuition. Doubting the signs that you've been given. I'm hearing this very loudly, the signs you've been given. This makes sense when it comes to the self-esteem because it's like, what's the easiest way I can explain this? It's like you keep seeking everybody else's abilities, and every time you do so, you weaken your self-esteem. It's like you see somebody and maybe they have something you don't have. Maybe they have the perfect relationship, or at least what you perceive as the perfect relationship. Because remember, nothing is as what it seems. So it's like you start saying, man, how come I can't find that, right? So then there goes the questions. And then before you know it, you're doubting yourself. You're saying, man, I'm never going to be able to find love like that. And it's not that you don't love yourself. It's not that you don't value yourself. It's that because you're focusing on, again, outer perspection of what things look like, right? It's like window shopping, right? It's seeing what things are either, well, this is more from, looking outside, but I think you get what I'm saying. And ultimately by you doing that, you start to lower your self-esteem every time you see the ability within something else on the outside, straight up. So it's not that you're intentionally doing it. It's just that every time you do that, it's lowering your self-esteem every time, right? So this is why you're not being able to advance through your own abilities, because you're only seeing the abilities of everybody else. Again, so you can't speak with sincerity because you don't have sincerity for yourself. It's not that you're not kind, it's just that your energy is not in a positive energy of kindness. Right now it's in it's not that it's even in like the most negative energy, it's just that there's a lot of doubt. So there's a lot of not curiosity, but doubt, right? So again, you're just really questioning what life is and what the value of life is. And therefore, when you question what life is, when you question what life is capable of, you're not fully being sacred with life. Okay, so it's not that you don't value life, it's just that you are a little bit doubtful of what life is to stand for, what life is, what life is supposed to bring you, where you're supposed to be at in this so-called life. Okay, bottom of the deck we have, I offer words of good intent. Again, this is a self thing here. I don't see you speaking foul to people at all, Gemini. I see you speaking foul of yourself to yourself in your head. Again, I see you focused out, right? Seeing the abilities of everybody else, but not creating abilities within, okay? I don't even need to clarify any of this. This came out very strong and I had confirmation, okay? So I wanna go ahead and dab into your love, okay? Let's see what's coming for you when it comes to love, and then we will get into my Virgo's reading as well, all right? All right, Gemini, what do you have for us, Spirit? Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Gemini, all right? Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis. Yeah, exactly. It's the tough exterior, right? Ooh, interesting, Two of Cups. So your love's starting with the union, okay? We will clarify and find out what this is, but ultimately, I feel like, honestly, this is going to be the union within you, because, look, you have to understand something, Gemini. If you truly want love, and if heartbreak has fucked you up and hurt you and made you insecure and made you not fully understand things, that's what it's supposed to do, because it's a learning lesson, right? It's supposed to have you questioning. That is exactly where it was supposed to land you, questioning what life is. Where are you supposed to be in life? That's exactly why you went through the struggles that you went through, right? So now this Two of Cups energy, of course you want a union with someone else. Of course you want your Emperor. Of course you want your twin flame. That's why all these tarot readers tell you that, right? They want you because they know what you want. Why? Because that's what everybody wants. And maybe there are the few and rare that don't want ultimate twin flame connection, that don't want to be in a relationship forever, okay? That's the rare few. We are made to breed. We are made to have union. So ultimately this Two of Union, though, is within you. Yes, this can be love in the outside, but remember, Gemini, it's important to understand you attract what you are, okay? And so if this law of attraction, just say if nothing else has worked for you, okay, and the law of attraction is the last option, but you want to try it because you've tried everything else in the book, okay? Law of attraction goes is this: you are what you attract. So if you are in the Two of Cups energy, if you are within a union, a balance, a harmony within, what do you think you're going to attract? This energy, the Two of Cups energy. So it's important to understand that even if we're not referring to your knight in shining armor coming in, even if I'm not referring to your soulmate coming in or your twin flame coming in, ultimately this Two of Cups energy within is the most sacred thing of life ever, right? This is the divine. This is of God. This is of the Creator. And again, because of the law of attraction, you will invite this in. You will be radiating a positive energy, a positive, balanced, harmonious energy. So you attract what you are. And here comes this balanced, harmonious individual that you end up hooking up with. That's ultimately what this is saying, okay? So again, focus on this union within you. You already know your shadows. I've tapped into them just briefly. Of course, I haven't got into them clarifying, but ultimately we know there's a lot of issues that has to do with self-worth, self-value, self-respect, and owning your own abilities, and stop focusing on people's abilities, okay? Point blank. Once you get that in line, I promise you this union will take place, okay? Now, it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to happen like that, but I do promise you it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Just forget about time, okay? Don't try to rush things. Don't try to, again, time is irrelevant, okay? It really is here, because if you're sitting here thinking of time for this union, when is this union going to take place? When am I going to meet my twin flame? Well, what do you think is going to happen? You're focused on time instead of focused on the union, right? So you end up prolonging this by focusing on this and the time that it's going to take to get this, okay? Also, too, I'm going to go ahead and say it now because I have a few of you on here. It is very, very important that you guys moderate how much tarot you read, okay? How much readings you're watching. It can lead you down the wrong path very quickly. Very, very quickly, where you are dependent on tarot readings, okay? It's not my goal here on my channel. My goal is to get you off of YouTube, get you off of searching for YouTube, for tarot readings, all right? Ultimately, I want you to seek the answers within and know what actions you need to take, and not seek the answers on the outside, okay? All right, Spirit, show me what else I need to see when it comes to my Gemini's love, please. You know, and look, what I think is so interesting about this is the light seers tarot, you guys. I don't know if you can see that, but the feminine hand is light, right? European, white, right? And the masculine hand is dark, right? It's colored, it has pigment. It's so beautiful. That is the yin and yang, right? That is the balancing, the duality. It's where opposites attract. It is the negative and the positive. It is duality. It's accepting that we are not perfect. It's embracing the negatives of our lives, but also embracing the positives of our lives. That's where the equal balance comes together. Again, this was a strong energy of balance, and we haven't even gotten into the Libra read. What? Maybe you guys have Libra in your chart. I don't know. It is what it is. Spirit, what else do you have for my Geminis? Show me what I need to see, please, when it comes to the love coming in, the union within. Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis, please, Spirit. There's still hesitation, though, right? There's still hesitation within you, Gemini. It's still like, if I just told you the answer to life, it was like you're still like, oh, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I don't know, man. You know, when I let my guard down, when I trust in things hurt. Yeah, things are always going to hurt, right? That's life. It's like in my intro, the heartbeat, right? Right? It's always up and down. That's life. Right? It's about, again, embracing them, not embracing the opposite, right? Well, yes, embracing the opposite, but not even embracing the opposite. It's about balancing the two, okay? And everybody's different, so everybody's going to have different balancings that's going to have to take place, okay? So just understand that for each of you, it's going to be a little bit different, but ultimately you'll know where it is that you need to be, okay? I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much with all that. Whew. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, not being clear, right? Not taking action. It's almost like you have your guard down a little too much, right? Which is weird because that's not the energy I was picking up on in the beginning. I was feeling like there was some insecurities in the beginning. And now I'm feeling like very standoffish, right? Well, maybe that's what it needs to take, right? Maybe this balance creates you being more standoffish, right? Having more of a guard up. No, that doesn't make sense though. Interesting, because we also have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, leaving something out in the cold, right? Leaving something that no longer serves you in the past. Maybe this is a past relationship. We're going to clarify, but either way, you're not clear about something, okay? You're not sure. You're uncertain. This could have to do with the insecurities and you not acknowledging the abilities within, okay? Because again, Remember, when you have a codependency, even on your, again, because that's somewhat of a codependency, right? You're depending on others' abilities instead of depending on your own ability. So ultimately, that starts the addiction, right? There's that addiction. There's the thought process. You get what I'm saying? So ultimately, it's that energy of, does that make sense? Like, it goes down, like it spirals out of control very quickly, very fastly. Before you know it, you're stuck, you've hit rock bottom, and it's still like, what do I do? Where do I go? Again, uncertainty, unclear, not sure, right? But the Five of Pentacles energy, this is leaving this behind, okay? Definitely leaving this behind, definitely walking away. Maybe this is a person that's hurt you. Maybe you're walking away from, a life that you created that is created this focusing outward, right? Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a past tense person, maybe it's your mother and father, maybe it's someone you live with, maybe this is family. We'll clarify and see what's going on, and then we'll get overall energy before we get into the Libra reading. Spirit, a few more cards, please. A few more cards, please. Spirit, a few more cards. Okay. Something else flipped over too. I thought I saw a card flip over, maybe not. I did. Four of Wands, right? Woo! Bottom of the deck, we have the Star. Beautiful energy, very, very beautiful energy. This is your hopes, wishes, desires, what you dream for, right? Your dreams. Interesting. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so that turned really quickly. So I do feel like, honestly, you make this decision to walk away, okay? You fully walk away from something. You end up leaving somebody out in the cold. And I feel like, honestly, though, when you make the decision, you weren't sure, you just go with it, okay? So either this is past tense, present, or future. Hard to say. Again, time's irrelevant here on my channel. But ultimately, a decision is made and a third party is involved, okay? So if you are dealing with a third party situation, just so you know, on Friday, I will be doing my karmic read. We're going to tap into karmic relationships, karmic relationships, third parties. We're also going to tap into it's complicated, okay? But there is third party coming through. We have the Three of Cups energy in reverse, okay? So at some point, you have a union with someone, okay? Again, this is past tense energy, all right? The union. I do still feel like there's a union that takes place within you, but I still feel like you're unsure, right? And again, you make a decision to walk away. I'm going to clarify, because this can be you walking away from past tense energy, the way you used to think, the way you manifested things previous to this energy. But we also have the Three of Cups, right? So this is third party energy. This is outer influence. This is going to be family, friends, lovers, that kind of thing, okay? And then we have the Four of Wands ending this read with no celebration. So I will tell you, just by looking at this, I don't feel like a new love's coming in right now, okay? I feel like, honestly, Gemini, you have a lot to work on before you can embrace this too. I feel like you want this so bad, and I'm not talking about within you, Gemini. You want this as in the twin flame, right? But it's kind of like you expect, okay, keyword, you expect to get this without putting in the hard work. You think that waiting is the hard work, and waiting's not the hard work. There has to be work done when it comes to this within you so that you can attract this. So I feel like ultimately there's this energy of not fully understanding how to see the abilities within to be this, right? The abilities within you to have this love for yourself, this respect for yourself, this union within you. This is why you're not clear. Doesn't matter who comes into your life, doesn't matter who walks away from you or who stays with you, you're still going to be confused, because it's not the responsibility of someone else, it's your responsibility. It's something within you, Gemini, right? Five of Pentacles, again, walking away, leaving someone out in the cold because you weren't clear, because things were uncertain. This can also be reversed, okay? This can also be your person's energy, right? This can also be the fact that there's somebody that you really wanted that walked away from you and you can't fully let go of them, okay? You're uncertain, right? This person has put doubt in you. This person has created this wall and created these boundaries, not even boundaries, hurdles, burdens, right? Not good boundaries. I'm talking about blockages, right? Again, there's a decision made. Third party situation, no celebration, right? So let's find out what's going on here. All right, Spirit, show me why the Two of Cups is coming through. Energies, show me why the Two of Cups is coming through. My long ass nails. Three of Pentacles, third party situation. So honestly, I do feel like there's somebody that you have your eye on, okay, coming through in the singles reading, all right? This X energy again, focused on a third party, okay? But this could also be work. Again, this is influence. So remember, when I say third party, I don't actually mean a physical female or male that your person's with, okay? That can be the case. I'm not saying that it's not, but when I refer to third party, it's important to understand I'm referring to outer influence, okay? Period. This is a situation where it's involving work or them working on things with a third party or outer influence, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, your focus of the Two of Cups is on that outer influence. Remember what I was saying? You're seeing the abilities of others and you're not seeing the abilities within. Again, comparing, seeing a couple, okay, this is just an example, seeing a couple and again, saying, why can't I have that? Again, you're seeing the abilities of others and not saying, I can have this. You're saying, why can't I? It's doubt, filling yourself with doubt, period, right? Of course you're unclear. Of course you're uncertain because you're not making yourself sure. You're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting your actions. You're looking for the abilities of others on the outside. All right, so let's clarify what it is here that you leave out in the cold, okay? Temperance in reverse. Not having reconciliation. Yeah, so I do feel like there was someone that may have walked away from you. And I feel like, honestly, you waited for this person for a while. And so I feel like, honestly, a part of you eventually, this is what you were not sure about, okay? This is what really had you waiting. Makes sense. Again, you're focused on this person who has walked away. You're focused on not having this reconciliation with them, and you're walking away from this. You're walking away from holding on and waiting. That's probably the decision you make. What's this Judgment here for, Spirit? Why is the Judgment card here? What decision does my Gemini make? We're almost done with the Gemini, and then we will get into the Libra, okay, you guys? Probably about 5 or 10 more minutes with my Geminis. Yeah, I sat there and said I was going to try to shorten it down, but I can't. These readings just go too deep, okay? So we'll probably be here till about 11 or 1. About 11:30. All right, Spirit, show me why the Judgment card is here, please. Why is the Judgment card here? What is the decision that is made? What is the judgment that is made? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Judgment, please. Still a lot of hesitation. Makes sense. You're unsure yourself, so it's going to be hard to make the decision. Especially because it's like making the decision, and when you make the decision, it's like you have to, basically, it's like you kill this person. Like, not literally, but, metaphorically speaking, it's like you have to put them in the ground and put them in the past. But let me tell you something, that's not the way shit works, okay? You can never stop loving someone. You can never fully just forget someone. And usually when you're thinking of someone, it's because there's something that you didn't learn that you missed. So there's still an attachment. There's still an energy pulling you towards that. Now, that's not always the case. There are different, situations where maybe, your intuition hits, or maybe someone else's energy is pulling your energy in, okay? So there's different situations, but ultimately, overall, I just want to find out what this decision is. I want to see what decision is made, Spirit. What is the decision? Interesting. So the Ace of Swords is still crossing you here, right? I'm clicking over everything. So this is still being uncertain, right? Even when you make the decision. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands energy and the Ace of Swords energy crossing the Queen of Wands, I do feel like, honestly, there's this energy of not having passion, right? Not having a new passionate beginning. Again, you're doubting yourself so much. So you're manifesting this ending with this person, right? And I'm not saying that that's wrong, okay? I'm not saying that you're doing the wrong thing or the right thing, but ultimately you're still confused, but you're making a decision when you're not sure. You can't do those kind of things, okay? Because all you're going to do is be in the same situation with a different person or a different energy or a different time, okay? Just leaving all of these things unturned, right? And not properly adjusted. Does that make sense? It has to do with passion, though, right? Creativity, a new adventure, a new beginning. I feel like, honestly, because you're not sure if you're going to ever have a new beginning with this person, because right now there may be no communication, or maybe this person, again, left you for someone else, and so it's been dead, done, and dirt, right? But you're still not clear because you still have that attachment, that codependency issue on them. So ultimately, you're still confused here. You know, you don't feel like there's going to be a new passionate beginning, so you're confused and you want to make this decision, but you're still confused. So what is the decision that is made? Spirit, what's the decision that's made? What decision is made here? Spirit, show me what I need to see, please. Interesting, because I was, I was thinking that the decision would come out really quick, but clearly you're hesitant. You don't want to make this decision because you're afraid of walking away. You're afraid that once you walk away, it's done. I mean, it's hard because you don't really know what's going to happen when you walk away, but it's important to understand that you have to end out this cycle. And I stated this in most of my readings. All you're doing by keeping this door open, keeping this hope, this dream, and I'm not saying that the dream can't be there. I just think that you have to look at it in a different way, because ultimately, if you're looking at the doubt in the situation and not the positives in the situation, it's hard to fully understand what it is that you were supposed to learn, because you're caught up in the negatives. You're caught up in, again, why this person isn't with you, why it didn't work out, why they're working with someone else, or why their life went on without you, right? Not reconciliating, not having a new beginning with this person, right? And there's a big emphasis on this 3 of Cups. That's 2 3s on the table. Yep, blasted tower again, right? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, yeah. 5 of Cups, yeah. So I do feel like, honestly, I feel like the decision that you make is to no longer, it's like, okay, this may sound really fucked up, excuse my language, okay? I feel like there's a part of you, Gemini, that the only way you have this person, or the only way you can really feel this person is when you think about them constantly, and not even maybe constantly, but when you think about the pain. Like, I feel like the only time you feel this person is when you're in pain. Like, that's when you feel them. I'm sorry, I really am, Gemini, because that's a tough place to be in, because you can't communicate, you can't express yourself. This person was your wish fulfillment, and it's like you're making this decision to no longer see the pain, right? You're making the decision to no longer feel them through this pain. That's the decision you make. But I also feel like with the blasted tower in reverse, I feel like this is not really the decision you make. This is the decision that is made for you. Maybe not. Maybe you do make this decision. Either way, if you don't make the decision, divine will make it for you. Because again, the 9 of Cups is in reverse. You don't have wish fulfillment with this person, right? You used to seek pleasure in this pain. Now you're wanting to break this. You're wanting to end that cycle. Maybe not even in that cycle, but you're no longer wanting to feel that pain. Again, and I feel like if you don't take care of this, if you don't make that decision, if you don't switch it from uncertainty to certain, again, Spirit's going to come in and make it happen for you. This hasn't happened yet, okay? And if it has happened, again, recently, very recently, this is a recent type of energy here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's going on really quickly with the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands energy. Why aren't you celebrating what's going on with this third-party situation? Okay, straight up, Spirit, show me what I need to see, please. Another 3. Yeah, big emphasis, third party situation. I do feel like this is a person now, okay? This went from possible outside influence to 3 3s on the table, okay? 3 3 3. You're seeing the numbers, it is what it is. It may be significant to you, but 3 3 3, right? Look up the number of 3 3 3. Queen of Swords, being clear. Yeah, that's one thing you are very clear about, okay? You're very clear about the abilities of the third party. You're very, very clear about the work that is being put into this outer situation, okay? Why is there no celebration? It's like you're very clear, like, on the negatives, right? On the doubting yourself, Gemini, straight up. You manifest what you manifest, right? So if you're sitting here constantly thinking that you're not going to get this person back, you know, you're not going to be balanced within you, if you're uncertain with how things are going to end up, well, guess what? You're going to have an ending that is very uncertain, okay? You literally have to change your thoughts. And again, it's not that easy, again, because you have to just start by replacing one with one and then just kind of go with another one and then another one until eventually all those, not all the negative thoughts, but most of those negative thoughts are gone, right? Again, why can't I have that relationship? I'm never going to have a relationship like that. Why can't he love me or she love me like he or she is loving this person, right? Again, focused on the abilities of others and not your own abilities. This is why you are manifesting uncertainty. This is why you are not having celebration. Yep, the devil in reverse. But you're look, with the devil in reverse, you're slowly kicking these addictions, right? You have the 2 of Cups in the upright. You have the ability for the 2 of Cups. You have the ability for the union within and the union without, right? Straight up. It's just that right now you're seeing the abilities focused on the outside instead of the abilities focused on the inside, right? By the end of this, I do feel like, honestly, look, with the devil card in reverse, you do kick the codependency. You kick the addiction, okay? It's here. Can't lie, okay? Bottom of the deck, you're still hoping, wanting, dreaming, yearning, desiring, okay? But the Ace of Cups is here in reverse. The power of love is not here, okay? You have to be able to have this power in the upright. You have to be able to love yourself. You have to fully understand what this 2 of Cups is. This 2 of Cups isn't about your person. This 2 of Cups is about you. This is about you loving yourself, respecting yourself, and thus, in return, you gain love and respect. You have to be clear with yourself on this. You have to make that choice and make that decision to put yourself first. You have to say, I am deserving of these things. I do deserve love. I'm going to get a relationship like that. I'm going to be that for myself. You have to start changing your thought process, Gemini. This reading is intense when it comes to self-love, self-worth, okay? Yep, bottom of the deck. Lord of perfected work. You've got this. The cards don't lie, okay? You're going to be very fine with this. I feel like, honestly, I don't know if it's this reading or if it's another reading or if something happens to you in your life, okay? Maybe it's this tower moment. Maybe it's divine intervention. Who knows? But ultimately, you wake up, you kick this codependency here, all right? You kick the codependency and you start working hard on yourself. Beautiful. Very beautiful. So let's pull overall energy and then we will get into the Libras, okay? Overall energy of my Geminis, please, Spirit. Overall energy of my Geminis. Show my Geminis what they need to see and show me the messages that need to be, please. Also be careful once you learn what manifestation is. Like once you fully understand how manifestation works, be careful. Don't manifest someone if you're not sure, okay? If you're not sure, key word, don't be uncertain. Be sure before you manifest things, okay? Very interesting. This is a lot of cards that came out, but I'm taking them, okay? That's how I work. That's how spirit works. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, okay? Bottom of the deck, lightning, very fast, okay? Important to understand, all these cards I'm about to read you are going to happen very fast, okay? So let's do this really quick. Whew. All right, so you need to understand this, Gemini. The relationship's over. There's no second chances, okay? You don't want this energy. You don't. Okay, I don't know who has you feeling this way, okay? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're your twin flame, if they're a karmic relationship, if they're a soulmate. Bottom line is the relationship's over. This energy is over. You have to close that door, okay? You have to end it, right? It says grow and transform your life. I do feel like, honestly, when this person walked away, what do you think happens? Of course, you chased. I do feel this energy. I feel like you did chase this person. Maybe this person ultimately will end up chasing you because there's no runner here, all right? So this is both of you guys chasing each other here. Both of you guys chasing each other. Emphasis on both of you guys chasing each other. We also have keys on a ring, right? Options. Lots of options, okay? This is important for you to understand. Yes, your person has lots of options, okay? This person in this past energy that has you feeling this way. Straight up, right? Many options. But guess what? You may not see this, but you have many options too, okay? I do feel like with this chasing energy back and forth, I feel like at some point you chase this person, right? This past energy, you chase them. There was a lot of intimate passion, sleeping with each other, one night stand kind of situations. And I'm not even talking about like one night stand, that's all you ever saw of them. I'm talking about this is like a repeating back and forth sex, right? Back and forth, running from each other. Well, not even running, chasing each other, back and forth. I feel like your person runs, you chase them. You run, your person chases you, okay? Interesting, because the third party situation, it sucks. I wish that I was sitting here telling you about a new amazing love coming in, right? That's the energy I want to see, okay? But I am reading y'all's energy. I am not going to tell you something you want to hear, but at the same time, if the card's laid down and the message is here, the message is here, okay? And there is a strong emphasis on people holding on to things in the past, period. All signs, not just you, Gemini. There has not been one sign yet that hasn't been about holding on to a past energy. This third party is malicious, and I'm talking about the third party your person's with, okay? Again, we're going to be doing karmic reading on Friday. Definitely check that reading out. We will tap into the karmic energy. Ultimately, though, karmic is malicious, okay? Your person is having to look over their shoulder. They're having to feel like, again, somebody's always watching them, okay? This can also be you. This can also be a family member hovering over you, watching your life, okay? The energy is fluid. Take it how it resonates. Put yourself where you need to, okay? But again, clarifying the ending. It's very important to understand there's an ending here. The ending took place, okay? Whether this is you finally being clear with yourself and making the decision to end this, or whether this is just you finally being clear with yourself and saying, you know what, this person has never been consistent. This person is not with me. This person has ended it. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make it the coffin and bury it. You have to make this decision. You have to stop living in this uncertainty, okay? You have to feel confident in your skin. You have to feel confident with the direction that you're going in. You cannot allow this hanging on to this past energy. All it's going to do is bring you in this past energy and keep you in this past energy. You have to slowly move out of that energy, even if it takes you 2 years, okay? Just baby steps, right? Okay. With that being said, this is about to change a little bit. So I wanted to really emphasize on what you need to do as an individual before I got into these last cards, okay? So we do have karmic relationship, right? I do feel like, honestly, you're still dealing with karma, okay? You're still dealing with, and remember, just because this person left you and this person had issues, remember, Gemini, you have to put that responsibility on yourself for allowing this person to treat you like that. This is why you're learning through these skills, through these experiences to create these boundaries, right? To create self-love, self-value, self-worth, so that you can create those, again, boundaries, so that when karmic relationships like this happen, you're just kicking that energy out. You're not allowing this kind of energy in. This is your own energy, you know? But it's important to understand too, karmic relationships are about learning. This is why they're put down. So are soulmate connections, right? You can have a soulmate connection that's not karmic, but this is karmic, okay? This is bad karma coming to bite you in the ass too, Gemini. And yes, some of the karma could have been from your person bouncing onto you, but ultimately there was something for you to learn. There was something that you have created over and over again, Gemini, whether that's allowing this person to come back or not. But ultimately, there was a lot of turmoil in the situation. Am I not right? You guys triggered each other, right? There was a lot of fleeting. Remember? Chasing. A lot of lessons to learn in this connection. Most importantly, it's time to let go, okay? Start loving you now. Let go and love you. All right, 4 more cards, and then we'll get into Libra's reading, okay? Whew, things are about to change. That damn Return of the Ex, right? All right, let's start with passion. So there is a lot of insane chemistry coming through, okay? Now, this may be a past person, okay? This could be this karmic relationship, because there's no right or wrong way when it comes to a twin flame connection, okay? And 9 times out of 10 with twin flame connections, you get this off and on again energy, okay? It's about maturing through trial and error to be able to become the divine feminine and the divine masculine, to be able to have that divine connection, which is called the twin flame connection, right? So ultimately, there's a lot of intimacy in your connection with someone, right? There's a lot of passion coming through. Again, I can't really pick up yet if this is past energy or new energy coming in, but there is this insane chemistry, okay? You guys like each other equally and you're having fun, okay? Again, I can't pick up on this energy just quite yet, and it did land on the decision, right? On the decision that needs to be made here. So your uncertainty kind of stops you from this. You being uncertain drifts this further and further away. Does that make sense? I feel like once you make this decision, that's when this possibly could come back in, right? Either way, this energy is here, but ultimately it depends on the decisions you make to be clear, right? On what it is that you want, what it is that you want to manifest, but be clear, right? Look at the pros and cons of the situation. Don't just say, oh, okay, I want this person, so I'm going to manifest them, and I'm going to like manifest them now. No, that's not how it works, right? You have to put in the work, and you have to make sure that what you're manifesting is made for you, right? And ultimately, if it's made for you, it's going to come. Spirit's going to say, okay, it's time. Here you go. Let you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-whoop, right? But if it's not meant for you, it's not going to happen, right? Things are going to destruct. Things are going to continue to fall apart. This person's going to keep running from you, okay? So ultimately, you have to make the decision if you're going to hold on to this energy, this karmic relationship, or if you're finally going to walk away from this energy and move forward, okay? With that being said, this is the most important card out of all of these cards. Now, I know you're probably not going to think that, okay? You're probably going to be like, no, the next ones are more important, okay? Clearly. But unconditional love is really important. This is what this is. This 2 of Cups is unconditional love, okay? You don't get that divine twin flame connection until you have the interconnection within you, until you have that unconditional love for yourself, okay? Once you have this unconditional love, I talk about this in all my readings, one love, right? Once you have that, look what comes in, right? This is what happens when you create that union within. This is what you attract. You attract this beautiful passion, this intimate connection. You attract Cupid's arrows, someone being in love with you. More importantly, the equal give and take, right? You've created boundaries. So this person is giving you exactly what you give them, right? That 50-50, that equal balance, right? It's not you giving this person all of you and then them running and not giving you any. It's the equal give and take of this relationship. It's love. It's someone being head over heels in love with the unconditional loving you, the unioned you, the balanced and harmonious you, the divine feminine, right? Ultimately, Gemini, the choice is yours. But I will tell you, the uncertainty is not the answer, okay? So do what you have to do. Address those issues. Again, stop focusing your energy outward. Focus your energy inward. Stop looking at the abilities of others and look at the abilities within you. Look at the passion. Look at the love that you're capable of having for yourself. I promise you, Gemini, mark my words, I promise you, if you focus on the one love within you, this one love you're wanting with a partner will happen. But you have to do this for the right reasons, not for the wrong. Okay? You have to do this for you, not because you want somebody to come into your life. All right? Gemini, I love you guys. Thank you for checking out your reading. We're going to go ahead and start getting into the Libra reading, okay? I do have to do a little bit of shuffling, kind of stirring up the cards a little bit. I already set intentions for my air signs, but I do need to shuffle them up just a little bit, okay? So you have a few minutes before we get into the Libra reading. Again, Geminis, thank you guys so much for checking out your Gemini reading, okay? Also, too, air signs are air signs, and we do possess all 12 zodiac signs within us. So you may even find messages in the Libra or even Aquarius reading, okay? Same thing Libra, same thing Aquarius, you know, you guys might find readings in the Gemini, et cetera, et cetera. You got it. You get what I'm saying. All right, so let's just kind of do a quick run through with the cards really quickly, just kind of shuffle them up a little bit. So yeah, Libras. My daughter is a Libra, okay? Interesting enough, she's in her 8th. She's in her life number is number 8, right? Her name, however you say it. So she's in her life, she's in her 8th life. Interesting enough, I'm in my 6th life, right? So my number is, my life path number, I cannot talk tonight, is 6, okay? Anyways, I'm on my 6th life. She's on her 8th. Believe it or not, my daughter balances me out because it's very hard for me. In my sun, I am Taurus, right? In my moon, I am Leo. Let me tell you, the two fight each other all the time, okay? So ultimately, it's very hard for me to find balance within my own life because a part of me is so grounded, but then the other part of me is so just going after things, right? Very back and forth energy for me. My daughter keeps me very balanced and very grounded, okay? Yes, I don't know my name. We're getting into Libra. All right. Let's get this going, all right? Just kind of giving a few shuffles really quickly, you guys, okay? I do feel like you guys are putting some ending to some things, okay? The Ten of Swords in reverse did come out, so maybe not even you putting an ending to things or the way you're thinking, but maybe Spirit stepping in and putting an ending to the way you're thinking, maybe by giving you something you weren't expecting. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, Libras, you guys are the human interaction of air, okay? You are the personality of air. You're my social butterflies, straight up. You are the person I love to be around, okay? Again, my daughter, she's a lot of fun. She's very sociable, okay? I'm working on myself. You better. Numerology, how many lives you have? Okay, angels. So send me an email. So I have your email address, and I'll send you a list of the numbers and what they represent. But basically, I can tell you, if you just ask me, give me your full name, first, middle, and last name, and I can give you your number, okay? And then you can know how many lives or what life you're in. But in a nutshell, you're adding the digits of your first name, your middle name, and your last name according to, you know, A being number 1, B number 2, C number 3, right? So just write A through Z on a piece of paper, and then take your name, right? So Egypt, number E, right? 5, and then just add all your numbers together, and then the sum. You have to add the sum together. So like say your sum of your first, I know I'm getting off subject here, but like say your first name comes out to the number 21, right? You have to add 2 and 1, which is 3. Okay, so your first name would be 3, right? Email, FireStarPassion@gmail, and then I'll actually do the number. I'll do the math for you and send it to you. And if you want me to make a video on how to do it, I can show you guys. It's kind of, it's not hard. It's just that I'd have to show you guys. Like explaining it is very hard. Okay. All right. So sorry about that, Libra. Let's get into your reading. Let me just shuffle 2 more cards, 2 more decks really quick. But yeah, so interesting enough, my daughter is a Libra, and again, she's on her life path number 8. So she, believe it or not, she's younger than me, but she's, you know, she's on her 8th life, right? So I learn a lot from my daughter. She balances me out, and she brings harmony to a lot of my situations. she calls me her ghetto mom, okay? Because I'm the mom that, yes, I speak my mind, okay? Always have, always will. And if she's hanging out with someone who I feel has ill intentions, I'm an empath. I know, you know what I'm saying? I pick up on energy the second somebody walks in my door, especially in my home. I feel it, right? And, you know, I'll tell her what it is. You know, like, hey, I'm telling you right now, this little girl's going to fuck you over, excuse my language. Sure enough, she still balances me out because normally she'd be like, Mom, please stop. Don't embarrass me. Like, you know, because she knows I'll say something. So she balances me out. She grounds me, right? Interesting, right? I'm not a bad person. I'm very fiery, right? That's the Leo in me. That's the feistiness in me, the dramatic, flamboyant, right? The very outgoing. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading, Libra. Again, apologizing, last deck, just kind of shuffling through really quickly. All right, so let's see. Spirit, anything for me here? Okay, nothing yet. We'll see what's going on. I was just seeing if I hear anything. Sometimes things come through, sometimes things don't. So my Libras are very clear about something, okay? I'm all air and fire. Yeah, see, I have a lot of earth, air, and fire in my chart. I have Sagittarius in my chart. I have Gemini in my chart, interesting enough. My emotions are my Leo, right? I'm a lunar Leo, so my emotions are very, very Leo-ish, right? Let's see, my sun is Taurus, so I'm very grounded sometimes. All right. Enough about me, you guys. Let's get into your reading, all right, Libra? All right, messages for my Libras. Spirit, messages for my Libras, please. Let's see what's going on with my Libras. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Libras, and show me the messages that my Libras need to see, please. It's getting late at night. When it gets late, I get kind of fun, or funnier. Not so serious. I'm a lunar. Look, see, it's because I'm a lunar Leo. Got you, Angel. Interesting, deep celery. Wow, interesting, very interesting. So both of these cards came out in the Gemini. Remember what I was telling you, usually energy will come through pretty consistently with my air signs, right? So we do have the cosmic heart, right? Devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. We also have Arcturus energy, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So again, the same thing's going to apply to you as it did to my Geminis, maybe not in the same way, but ultimately Libra, remember things are happening so that you can physically heal and emotionally heal, okay? In order to fully heal, you have to kind of dress those wounds. And so ultimately that's the thought process behind this. It's, spirit may or divine may be giving you dreams, hints, intuitive hits, signs, numerologies, things, right? Songs, whatever this is that you're going through personally. I feel like it's like spirit is doing it so that you can relive something that maybe you left in the past that you should have addressed, okay? So maybe if you start thinking about someone from your past that you haven't thought about for a while, and all of a sudden you have a dream about them, or you see a number, or you hear a song that reminds you of them, that is spirit telling you that you still have codependency to something. There's still an issue that you need to relive, you need to address, okay? All in all, though, all of these things are happening so that you can physically and emotionally heal, okay? Also, too, with the cosmic heart, this is about your devotion, your potency as an individual, okay? Again, this is about your devotion to, it's hard to understand because we get caught up in the 3D of what is our purpose, like what is our divine, like what is it that we're supposed to do, right? No, that's not the way it works. Your life is your life, and it is a divine plan, right? Set forth before you ever breathe, right? So, it's understanding that devotion, right? It's giving everything to divine and just saying, you know what? I'm embracing my life. I'm embracing what it is that I'm supposed to do. I'm living. I'm living in the downs and I'm living in the ups, okay? That's ultimately what Spirit wants you to do. That's what Divine wants you to do, okay? Big up to the Libra Collective. Stumbled across this by chance. My first live Libra reading. Massive transformation in the last 2 months, triggered by a separation from a Gemini. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Dang, that's very interesting, actually. Yeah, explains a lot, right? Did you catch all of that Gemini reading? You know, Gemini has to be certain about some things, okay? But that doesn't mean that my Libras don't need to be certain about some things. So before we speak too much, let's see what's going on with my Libras, okay? Because again, energy is pretty fluid within the zodiac signs. So maybe not in the same exact way, but somewhere it's going to be kind of the same type of energy, okay? So, and of course, the awakening is about healing. It is about emotional and physical healing. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign you are. And again, you guys, remember, most of us have, well, we do have all 12 zodiac signs within us, okay? That's just the way it works. We are a part of the universe, okay? Let's see, Spirit, any other messages for my Libras, please? Let's get a few more messages for my Libras, please. And we still have Aquarius too, okay, you guys? So I just want you guys to know. No, just the last 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, definitely check out. As soon as I'm done here, Gavin, you'll be able, I'll put timestamps in. It may take me a while to get to it. You might actually just be able to just go back and catch it faster than by the time I put the timestamps in. But definitely watch that reading because it'll help you understand your Gemini. It really will. Cross-watching is actually good. I know a lot of, some tarot readers don't believe in cross-watching, but sometimes it's good to understand the person that maybe you're supposed to even be learning from, right? Because ultimately that's what past relationships are. There's some type of learning lesson. So it is good to cross-watch, right? It is good to check out your person's energy and see where they're at, see where their energy's at. Just, again, moderation, you guys, okay? Don't overdo it. Limit your tarot readings. Seriously, you guys. Don't become that person that is consumed with tarot reading, okay? All right, Spirit, a few more messages, please, for my Libras. Let's see. Trust the niggle, right? What's that niggle? That niggling feeling telling you, right? So the niggle. That's your intuition. Okay, that's your intuition hitting. Have you ever just got that weird feeling? Somebody made you feel uncomfortable, and so something just told you to flee a scene or get out of a situation very quickly. That is what that niggle feeling is, right? So ultimately, it's anytime you feel that tickle in your stomach. It's anytime you feel something's not right. Anytime you feel like, I don't know, man, something's just not right here. That is that feeling, okay? Once you embrace that feeling and once you trust that feeling, that's when you'll start feeling that feeling even in positive situations, right? It's like it's tickling your fancy. It's tickling your stomach saying, hey, yeah. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, it can be for negative and positive. So you just kind of have to start trusting it and seeing where it comes out at. What is it telling you to do? What is it? Is it saying to enjoy the moment, or is it telling you to say, hey, wait, something's not right about this. Maybe there's illusions within this moment, or whatever the situation is. Of course, you're going to have to trust your own intuition. Ultimately, that's what this is about. This is about you trusting that intuition, okay? Beautiful card. We also have Unbound. Oh, I love this one so much. Releasing soul patterns, okay? Soul contracts, soul past lives, right? Again, this is that energy, like I said, I've been feeling with all of the zodiac signs. It's holding on to that past energy, and it doesn't matter if you're single, in a relationship, if it's complicated, if you are the third party, or if you're not. Everybody's really feeling this energy. I feel like a lot of relationships, and don't forget, you guys, we are doing a relationship reading tomorrow, and then again, the karmic relationships on Friday, okay? I won't be hitting every zodiac sign, right, when it comes to the relationship reading or when it comes to the karmic relationships. I'm going to just do readings based off of relationships and one-off karmics. Does that make sense? I'm doing my 12 videos tonight, and then that's it for your personal zodiac signs, okay? All right. But again, with this energy here, okay, this is that, again, releasing soul patterns, right? I speak of this a lot in my readings, you guys. Not only do we have ancestral cursage, clearly we have power cursage, right? I call it power cursage. This is the control, the media that always lies. This is controlling from back, way, way back when, including ancestral ties. I've even talked about this as far back as the slave and the slave owner, okay? This is a lot of restraints that we already have to deal with under, like being under pressure, like being oppressed as individuals, on top of ancestral cursage, okay? On top of past life curses, okay, and past life contracts, okay? So then you take all of these things, and then on top of that, now you go and add a karmic relationship, then you go and add the struggles of life, and ultimately this starts to really weigh heavy. So again, it's this past energy that we're all holding on to, okay? So a lot of the awakening is taking place because the energies are changing, okay? Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with it. Everything going on has a lot to do with it. But more importantly, just as a collective, as the world goes, there's a lot of changes happening and a lot of awakenings are taking place, okay? Even awakenings with masculine energy that is not typically normal, okay? Normally, a lot of the feminine energies are very more intuitive and more nurturing to this kind of thing, but now it's starting to really awaken, and a lot of awakenings are taking place, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, a lot of past life and, again, past attachments, a lot of these things are being addressed. A lot of wounds are going back and being exposed, right? Because there's something to learn so that we can grow and actually change as a collective, okay? I know, right? It's powerful. It's really, really powerful. But all in all, with this energy, again, it's important for you to release some of the negative, again, patterns, okay? So if you don't believe in past lives, if you don't believe in all of that stuff, then just basically, Libra, really focus on, again, past cycles here within your life, okay? Again, if you do believe in past lives, then there's a lot of ancestral cursage and just, of course, past life patterns that we tend to repeat over and over again. This is why I say, too, when you're hearing these readings of twin flames coming back to you, it's important to understand that our understanding of time and divine's understanding of time is totally two different things. So if a tarot reader tells you, oh, in 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 months, just know that it's not going to be that, okay? And if it is just a weird coincidence. I'm not going to lie, okay? So with that being said, let's tap into your energy, Libra, and see where you guys are at, all right? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Libras, please. My sociable little butterflies, my beautiful Libras, right? My energetic, my very fair, though. Libras are very fair, right? Because of the balancing. My harmonious, right? They bring balance to a lot of situations. I guarantee you won't find yourself in situations where you feel like you have to debate a whole lot. Yeah, look, I act respectfully of others, okay? Beautiful energy, Libra. You definitely respect others. This is because of that balancing within you. So anytime you're in a situation where somebody's being disrespectful, you'll find a Libra back out of the room real quick. Libras just don't want to be around that kind of stuff, okay? Libras feel comfortable when they are balanced, and when they aren't balanced, yeah, best believe my Libras will be emotional, or maybe not emotional. It depends on where your other placements is in your chart. Don't forget, you guys, I have provided a link in my description, whether you're on Facebook and it being above, or if you're on YouTube and it being below, but check your birth chart for sure, so that you can know what your placements are if you haven't done so yet. Yeah, so I honor animals with reverence, but this is in the reverse. So maybe some of my Libras out there don't really like animals. Maybe some of you guys do, okay? It's one of those things, but there is a reason this is coming up. So I will dive deep and find out what's going on there, because I do find that a little weird. Interesting, though, the hummingbirds here and the cat, right? So I do think this has a lot to do with your intuition, okay? I think this also has a lot to do with ancestors, and this has a lot to do with understanding, the balance between good and evil, okay? Again, we'll clarify and find out. That's just kind of what I'm seeing in the picture. It doesn't have to be, all right? I think that's a reminder to clean my hamster cage. It might be, too. Go make sure your hamster's alive. Make sure you fed it, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, I had a hamster that passed away. I loved my little hamster. He was a teddy bear hamster. Oh, He was the cutest little thing, and he was so sweet. He passed away from old age. And then somebody tells me, oh, you better make sure he was dead because I hear hamsters can like fake their death for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, if that was the case, I wouldn't know because it faked its death, so I threw it away. Well, the kids don't know I threw it away. I buried it, okay? I made 2 new friends locally who have also gone. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Dr. Victor. So yeah, for sure. Yeah. So they can fake their death. Like, dude, look it up. My daughter tells me this like after 2 years after my little teddy bear hamster died. But yeah, they fake their death. And I don't know if it's like like how a bear goes into hibernation, or maybe that's what it is. I think they go into like a hibernation. See, they do. I had no clue. I think I threw my hamster away. He's probably out living the free life somewhere, honestly. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for my Libras? Okay, Dr. Victor, I don't do personal readings, okay? I mean, I do personal readings, but these readings are general readings, so it is what comes through, and whatever comes through is the message. Yeah, so as far as personal readings go, my email is in the description box. If you do need a personal reading, just email me and I'll send you over my price list, okay? Interesting. So we do have I give offerings that are genuine. We also have I listen to the to opposing opinions. I honor virtue, and also I affirm that all life is sacred in the reverse. So interesting, very similar to Gemini, right? I follow my inner guidance. So you are trusting your intuition here. Okay, so this is good. This is a grounding energy, Libra. You're understanding, you know, the harmony within you. Okay. You honor virtue. So you understand what patience is. I feel like honestly, that's what this card's really speaking out to. I feel like honestly, maybe you've waited for somebody for a little bit, Libra, but eventually I feel like you just understand that it's like you have that understanding that the virtue is the weight, right? You understand that the reward is the weight. I've said this in another reading too. I want to say this, that was the Leo. It may have even been the Aries reading. But ultimately, it's this energy of really just understanding that the reward in waiting is the wait. It is the patience, right? It's not what you're waiting for. It's the wait. That's what a virtue is about, right? It's not expecting a gift. It's not expecting a reward at the end. It's what you went through. It's what you gained, right? It's that established energy, right? I do feel like with Gemini, same energy, right? I do feel like there is a little bit of self-doubt, not as much as Gemini here, okay? But I do feel like, you know, there's things within you, Libra, that's very genuine, right? This is that harmony in you. This is that balancing within you, okay? You listen to opposing, right? Opposing sides, because you're very fair, Libra. You're not going to judge one side or the other. You're not biased, okay? Libras are the middle ground, okay? They are fair. Interesting. I do feel like, honestly, again, there's something that's going on with this honoring animals. I want to clarify in reverse, and of course, not. Have you guys done something to some animals or something here? Let's see what's going on. I've never seen this before, so let's find out what's going on here. Why doesn't my Libras honor animals? What's going on with this, the animals and life not being sacred? Not taking a leap of faith and blocking yourself. So I honestly feel like this animal energy is your energy, like your inner beast, your inner animal here, okay? And I feel like because of this, there's this part of you, Libra, that craves to be opposite of the balanced you, right? It's like this thirst for blood. It's this hunger that's within you, interesting enough. Very interesting. So I thought it actually had something to do with animals, but no, this has to do with you, and it has to do with the things that you're jumping into, right? The things that maybe relationships that you've jumped into, but ultimately here it's because, again, I feel like you've gone against your balanced self. You've gone against your harmonious self, and it's like you chase that, you thirst that blood, you thirst that game, you thirst that thrill, right? And so you alter off of your path of being balanced and you start chasing something and you start going after something. You are naive and you take that leap of faith, and then clearly something doesn't work out right. So I do feel like, honestly, these are going to be your blockages, okay? Your blockages are going to be the things that have you distracted from staying balanced and in harmony, okay? Bottom of the deck, we do have the universe. So I do see you also, again, this has to do with you being balanced. This has to do with you understanding your intuition, really trusting and acknowledging the accomplishments within your life. But more importantly, with this in the upright, you also see your failures and you acknowledge the accomplishments within your failure, which is really good, because this is what I try to get people to do in most of their readings. Okay, so this is a really good energy for you, for grounding you. Okay. Why is it that you don't feel like life is sacred, though? So let's find out what's going on here, because I didn't pick up on huge self-value issues here, Libra. Interesting. Again, I think this has a lot to do with you being a balanced individual. It's your sign, right? It's what your sign does. It is that harmony. Spirit, why is this life not being sacred here? What's going on here? The Emperor. So the same as Gemini, straight up. Again, if you don't have Gemini in your chart and you're dealing with a Gemini, definitely check out the Gemini reading. So I do feel like, honestly, oh wow. I feel like a part of you wants to take action towards this counterpart. And I feel like, honestly, this counterpart has already obviously done something to you that has you doubting who you are as a person and doubting even where you're at in life, okay? Or the lack of not having a counterpart has you doubting where you're at in your life, if you deserve things. So there's a part of you too, Libra, just like Gemini, who is unsure or is unsure of, again, life purpose, fate, destiny. Yeah. And it's not like, again, I don't feel it like I did with Gemini. I don't feel like this beating yourself up energy. I just feel like it's this fear because of things not working out or things in past tense didn't work out. Again, it's more of a doubt than it is self-worth issues here, okay? Yeah, most definitely. But I do see you taking action with the Knight of Swords, right? I see you being clear. Like, you understand this. You know this. It's like you are, again, you're not valuing life because life has thrown you kind of for a loop, right? Or people in your life, because people are life, right? It's thrown you off, right? So it has you, again, doubting what life is, where you're supposed to be, if you're in the right place, right? If you're in the right place at the right time. But again, this is why Divine was giving you those messages in the beginning, right? Just trust in things. Trust in the way I have things working out for you, right? Understand that what is meant to be will be, all right? And even if you go in the wrong direction, you will meet people, okay, that will hurt you, that will disturb you and have you doubting yourself. But those people were meant for you to get you back into the direction you were supposed to be going, okay? So never doubt your okay, I don't even want to say mistakes. Never doubt your failures. Never doubt your challenges, your problems, and your fears, okay? Even though fear is the enemy, don't ever doubt it, okay? Because when you doubt that fear, that's when you feed that fear. You feed that ego. So you do have to acknowledge fear, because if you don't acknowledge fear, you don't acknowledge issues, right? You don't acknowledge addictions, codependency. All right, let's tap into your love, because I still have Aquarius left and we are only an hour and a half in. Wow. All right, let's get this done. I might have to do water signs tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. I'm exhausted tonight, you guys. All right, so let's see what's going on with Libra's love life. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Libras, when it comes to their love, when it comes to love coming in, love in past tense, and love in current energy. The Wheel of Fortune, there's that karma, right? Bad karma, bad shit, bad luck, right? So starting off your love life with karma, I do feel like you just came out of a karmic relationship, or maybe you're about to step into another one. Who knows? Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Five of Cups, being left out in the cold. Yeah, so you just got out of a karmic relationship, okay? I do see you focused on this person walking away, okay? But it's important to understand the whole concept of the Five of Cups is, yes, even though you are focused on this person walking away, look, there's still cups behind her that are full. And ironically, she's focused on these 3 cups that have been spilt over. But in this one, it's like she's pouring out one of the cups, okay? She's just done with it. She's like, oh, yeah, you want to leave your cup behind? Well, here you go, right? Or him. But ultimately, she's got this 1 cup behind her, and this 1 cup behind her is a huge-ass cup. I don't know if you see it. It's back over here in this corner back here. It's really hard to see it. I need to get a better camera. See, she's got one on her foot. She's, again, pouring out. She's just like, I'm done with this. Here you go. Here's what you left behind. Take it all, bitch. It's that spiteful energy, right? No, I'm just kidding. But most importantly is that huge-ass cup she has behind her, filled with all kinds of stuff. That is the point of the Five of Cups, okay? It's not the point that you're focused on somebody walking away. It's the point that you're focused on them and you're not realizing what you have. Straight up. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, Spirit, what else do you have? I've never really looked at the Five of Cups in the Light Seers Tarot. Spirit, show me what else we have for my Libras, please. So I do feel like you honestly just got out of this karmic relationship. Again, it's like you're focused on this person walking away, but you're missing opportunities, okay? And I will tell you, in the upright, though, the Five of Cups, it's important to understand you haven't fully lost your options, okay? You haven't fully lost your opportunities, but the Five of Cups, there's a big emphasis on, look, divine, okay, the creator, God, okay, is seriously telling you, hey, look, you're about to miss opportunities. This is a warning. This is not an energy of you just being sad. This is a warning saying, hey, look, if you stay focused on this karmic ass relationship, you're going to miss opportunities right in front of you to grow, to transform, and to ascend, okay? And I think as someone who is awakening, you can fully acknowledge this in a way that is very positive because, again, it's like, you know this. You know that holding on to this person is not doing you good. It doesn't matter how much you love them. That love's never going to go away. But ultimately, you have to love yourself as much as you're loving this person who has treated you like shit, who was your karma, right? And it's important to understand, too, because it's like people want to talk about karmic relationships, but they forget to mention that it's karma. It's bad shit that you have put out that is coming back to you that you may have not realized you put out. And so it's acknowledging that situation. It's acknowledging that there's something that you need to change. It's acknowledging the karmic situation for what it is. It's not that your person's in a karmic situation. It's that you were the karma for yourself, right? Karma is coming back to you. Spirit, what else do you have for my Libras? Page of Cups is coming through in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, you want communication. You still want to communicate with this person. This person's not taking action, right? But the King of Swords energy is here, right? So this is that clarity at some point. You know, it's like, you know, this person's not going to take action. You're clear. You're certain that this person's not going to take action. But you still want to communicate. So even though you know this person hasn't given you the time of day, or I don't know, let's see here. It's too soon to tell. Yeah, Three of Swords. Here's that missed opportunity. So I do feel like you do miss opportunities. I feel like Spirit was trying to show you. I feel like you've had opportunities. And I feel like, honestly, there for a while, you hadn't quite missed those opportunities. But at some point, you were clear that you wanted this person back, or you were clear that you were going to communicate and work on things with this person. Okay. Even though this person was the Knight of Cups in reverse, right? Not taking action, not trusting their own intuition, wearing masks possibly. Not forever love, right? No stability, no consistency. But you knew this. You were clear with the King of Swords energy. You knew this. But yet, you also knew there was no communication when it came to love. I feel like this is a no communication type of energy, past tense energy. I feel like you've lost opportunities because you've been stuck on this energy. This is why new love is not coming in any of these readings. This is because as a whole, as a collective, as a human race, we can't forgive. We can't forgive people who've hurt us. We can't forgive ourselves for being hurt, for allowing people to hurt us. There's a lot of emphasis on past energy. Seriously, with all of these readings, I'm excited and I'm ready for new energy to come through, but I can't do this without you. I need you to be clear on closing doors and opening new doors. It's so hard to fully close the door and let go of negative energy. It's definitely, most importantly, hard to let go of someone that you love that was only bad because of your own intentions that you put out in past tense, right? Not saying that this person was the best person ever, not even saying that this person was the worst person ever. Ultimately, though, I'm saying that this karma is coming through for a reason, because there's something that you're not seeing in some of these cycles, right? And this karma will continue to happen until you change things, until you are clear. But not only because you're clear, right? This energy's coming through, you're clear. But it's this energy of, yeah, you're clear, but yet you still miss opportunity after opportunity. You are still focused on the fact that you don't have communication when it comes to your emotions with this person. You're still hung up on this past energy. Oh, but I like to see that at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords. There you go. There you go, Libra. Ending the way you're thinking. Putting an end to this torment, this torture, this pain, this mental abuse. I call this the mind of maniacs, okay? But this is an ending to the mind of maniacs. So I do feel like, honestly, this is you finally fully accepting things for what they are, awakening and really trusting your intuition, trusting that niggling feeling, right? That's what this card is. It's you fully understanding that you have to end out this cycle. You have to close that door. Doesn't matter if you love this person or not, you have to close that door. You have to start loving yourself, Libra. You have to. I'm not saying that you guys don't love yourself, okay? I'm just saying that there's this energy of, again, kind of like the same energy with Gemini, not in the same way, but a little bit, as far as really focused on, again, outer perspective, right? This person, past energy, karma, abandonment, toxic, damaging. Not funny, because it's heartbreaking. It has you drop to your knees and cry, praying to God for a sign, right? Please bring this person back to me. This is a sad energy. It is, because you're failing to realize that the energy you're giving this person needs to be on you, so that this card doesn't even exist, so that the heartbreak doesn't take place. You're creating the heartbreak, you're creating the pain. You can sit there and blame this person all you want from walking away, but ultimately it's your decision to think about them or not. Not saying that it's going to be easy to forget them. Again, it'll still come back, right? The love is always there. You just find ways of coping. You find ways of learning, accepting accomplishments within these failures, so that this heartbreak becomes strength, established strength, right? Yeah. Let's clarify a little bit, and then we'll get overall energy, and then we will get into Aquarius. My goodness, almost 2 hours in. All right, Spirit. What is this karma? What is this bad karma? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And interesting enough, the Wheel of Fortune is also the number 10, all right? So this is still an ending that is taking place, right? An ending to a karmic relationship, an ending to a karmic cycle, okay? So an ending to bad karma. 1 plus 0 is 1. What is the ones about? The ones is all about a new cycle, a new beginning. So even though you have these two significant cards of ending, it's important to understand that 10s are beginnings. Even though you're ending something, you're also beginning something new. So usually what happens when you end a karmic cycle, if you end out your karmic cycle right, Libra, you can turn this bad karma into good karma, okay? Good luck. The opposite of bad karma is good luck, okay? So it's about you ending out the cycle right. Don't end it on the same note, because if you end it on the same note, you're just going to relive this karmic cycle again, okay? This is that card that came out when we talk about letting go past, right? Past energy, past lives, past restraints, right? Past patterns. That's this card. It's exactly what that is. That's reliving the same cycles over and over again, being clear but not taking action. Straight up. Being clear but not doing anything. Being clear and continuing to not do anything. That is what karma is. That is your karma. I think people misconstrued what karma is. They think that karma is everything bad you've done in your life coming back to bite you in your ass. Now, when you dabble into the practice, yes, times 10, right? Tenfold, of course. Especially if you're putting bad intentions out there. That's not really how karmic cycles work, okay? Karmic cycles are a little bit different. It's the karma that you've created by not acknowledging things that you were supposed to learn. That is why you keep having the same cycles repeat over and over again. So if you're facing the same situations over and over again with, the same, again, things not changing, even though you want to be clearer and you want change, again, it takes the action. You can't just sit there and say, I'm going to change, but not do anything. That's this energy right now, Libra. It's you want change, but you don't do anything. All right, Spirit, what's going on with the Wheel of Fortune? Show me what I need to see, please. What is this bad luck? Show me what I need to see. Weakness. What was I saying? Establish strength. Your bad karma is because you're being weak. Straight up. Weak for this person, weak for letting go. You're not gaining the strength that you need to be a strong person for you, right? You're not putting this heartache and this heartbreak and the energy that it takes to have that kind of, come on. Think about when you're really sad and feeling really depressed. That's a lot of energy. And you're putting that energy on someone who is not even giving you a second of their time. Someone who can't even communicate with you. Clearly they can't communicate with you, right? Because you don't have communication, you want communication. Why is the 5 of Cups here? Spirit, who walks away from who? Clearly I know this is you thinking about somebody that walked away, but I just want to clarify here, okay? Somebody you hoped and dreamed for, right? Somebody you really, really, really hoped and wished for. But with the 9 of Swords in the upright, this is somebody who was really, really fucked up. I hate to say it, but this was someone who was really cruel. There was a lot of despair, a lot of lies, deceit. This is also very similar to the mind of maniacs. This is what puts you in the mind of maniacs, okay? This is you also putting yourself in the mind of maniacs, right? Not ending it. This is you being in the mind of maniacs. This is you beating yourself up over this person walking away. This is you not seeing the opportunities in front of you because you're so focused on this person who walked away. That is the despair and cruelty. You are your own worst enemy. You are creating this pain all within your own. Yes, I know this person walked away and it hurts. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, sorry, you guys. Yes, I'm on Libra, Shane. I apologize. I didn't see you in time. Yep, for sure. So understanding that, again, there has to be some responsibility when it comes to you, Libra. Yeah, I get it. nobody wants to sit there and hear them, hear the words that, look, the only reason this person hurt you is because you allowed them to. The only reason this person still has that control is because you're allowing them to. Ultimately, you have to put that energy into you so that this isn't happening, right? So that this person can't ruin you. More importantly, so that someone else that comes into your life won't do the same thing. That's why it's important to end out these karmic cycles. Because if you don't realize what it was that you were supposed to learn, this karmic cycle, again, is going to repeat itself with just different people in different time frames, okay? That's what karmic cycles are about. It is ancestral cursage. It is past life cursage. It is past life cursage. Past cycles, right? Cycles within this lifetime. Clearly, I know you're not taking action, or you feel like there's no action when it comes to love. I feel like more importantly, this is about self, right? Because it's important to understand you were in a karmic situation. Yes, you're walking away from a karmic situation. Or maybe this person walked away from you and ultimately this is why you're kind of still clinging on to them. But either way, the point is that the relationship is over. And instead of me having a reading talking about a new love coming in, you're still focused on this energy of past tense, right? So this is why you're not taking action when it comes to love. It starts with loving yourself, right? It starts with that one love in order to be to attract, again, someone of loving energy, of that unconditional love. So it's like you're clear that you want love, but again, you're not taking the action towards love. And again, this is self-love, okay? Not the love of someone else, okay? All right, Spirit, why is the Page of Cups here in reverse? Show me why the Page of Cups is here. Knight of Swords. So I feel like, honestly, there was some form of action taken. And I feel like, again, there was action taken to communicate, but maybe it wasn't reciprocated. It's hard to say. Yeah, I feel like it wasn't reciprocated. Yeah, it wasn't manifested. So I do feel like, honestly, maybe you reached out to this person, maybe you sent them a message, maybe you sent them a friend request. I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel like you did reach out in some way, shape, or form, and it wasn't reciprocated, okay? It wasn't manifested. You had expectations that when you reached out to this person that you may get some conversation back, or that they may come back and tell you they were so sorry, but ultimately it's this, yeah, it wasn't manifested, right? King of Swords and Knight of Cups. Explain and elaborate, please. Because my Libras are so balanced, it's weird to see this, and this could be why you're having so much issues with it, because the situation, yeah, there's illusions, of course. There's always illusions. I do feel like, honestly, again, these illusions are within you, though, Libra. Like, it's not like the illusions are in the outside. These illusions are within you. Again, this is what is making it hard for you to be clear on what it is that you want. I feel like the illusions are within what you think is clear, right? Within this energy. So I feel like that's what's stopping you from taking action to loving yourself. More importantly, having love, right? Receiving love. Because, again, you think you're clear, but there's illusions within this clarity. There's definitely illusions within this clarity. Okay, the Empress just came out in the reverse. The Princess of Wands came out in the reverse. These are still face down. So yeah, there's illusions within the feminine energy, okay? Not the masculine energy. So this has to do with moon energy, right? Emotions. Interesting, very interesting. I do feel like, honestly, I feel like there's illusions within the passion, within the intimacy, within the lust, right? I feel like, honestly, maybe there's a lot of sexual passion between you and this person, and this is what makes it really hard to let go, because I feel like you don't have that. You don't have that intimacy. You don't have that passion, so you're yearning for it. You're wanting it. Even if you've tried to date other people, nothing compares to this, okay? So it's very hard for you to let go. But remember, that's tangible, okay? That is earthly possession. That is 3D, not 5D. That is not divine. So don't run around saying that you want a divine connection, but don't act divine. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't be caught up in the 3D of things if you're wanting this beautiful divine connection. You have to be of divine energy. You have to be of God, right? So it has to be total devotion, not only to yourself, but to more importantly, God, right? So to walk around in the earthly possessions in the tangible life and then expect a divine connection, that's not the reality of it. So I do feel like, honestly, with the Empress in reverse, it's because that divine feminine is not divine right now, okay? The divine feminine, the emotions of things, is lusting, right? Because it's going after the things that touch you and feel good and make you feel good, right? It's the feelings behind emotions. It's the misconstrued conception that unconditional love has to do with touch, right? No, unconditional love has nothing to do with holding hands. It has nothing to do with holding your hair back when you throw up. Yes, it can, in the tangible understanding of it, but ultimately unconditional love is this perfect harmony and balance within you. It is the perfect balancing and duality and devotion to faith, to spirituality, to divine, right? So again, it's this living in a tangible world, but expecting a divine connection, right? You have to be clear, right? Without illusions. Be realistic, in other words, right? You're expecting to have this divine connection, this twin flame connection, intimate connection like this, but also stable and also unconditionally loving, everything that you can think of when it comes to this 10 of Cups, right? 10 of Pentacles. Everything that you can fill those cups with and all the money that you can ever imagine having and all the success ever, right? Success when it comes to love, success when it comes to money. Realistically, it's never going to be like that. Okay, yes, you can achieve your goals. Yes, you can manifest things. But ultimately, when you're living in the 3D world, you're always going to have 3D experiences, whether it's good or bad. So to have a divine connection, you have to be balanced. You have to be living in divinity, right? You have to be fully devoted to it in a spiritual way. I know it's a lot, but it's important to understand that when you're going to be clear with yourself what you are expecting and what is the reality behind it, right? Awesome, Shane. Awesome. All right. We are almost done with Libra. I do want to get overall energy, okay? I'm not going to clarify the Three of Swords. I'm not going to clarify the Knight of Cups, okay? Because it's pretty clear to me. There's no action taken when it comes to love. And I feel like this is kind of on the receiving end, okay, Libra? I feel like you feel like this person's not going to take action towards you. Again, it's this emphasis on missing opportunities because you're focusing your energy on this person, okay? So I'm not going to get into details with that, but I do want to pull overall energy and just see what's going on, see what Spirit has to say for you, right? What messages Spirit wants you to see. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Libras, please. Libra's energy, please. Heart with key. Palm tree. Very interesting. Something to flip over to. Well, I thought so. Yep. Kisses. Unconditional love, right? Most definitely. So I do feel like, honestly, this person just has your heart, okay? And you can't be mad at yourself. Like, you have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge that your love lies with this person, right? Like that song, Where Does Your Love Lie, right? You have to acknowledge that. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore your emotions. You can't ignore the way you feel for somebody. Because when you start ignoring that, then that's when this addiction comes through. That's when the codependency becomes, because you're avoiding things and subconsciously it's in the back of your mind. Everything you do is focused around that energy without you even physically thinking it or speaking it, because it's always there, right? It's very interesting, right? This is very interesting, actually. Clearly I was talking about that unconditional love, right? That self-love, right? This unconditional love is very important because, again, this is what takes place. This is that union that takes place, the harmony, right? The balancing. So ultimately, this unconditional love is about you loving yourself. It's that 50-50, right? And this is so true, and this has been so true in so many of my readings. Honestly, it's because in past tense, okay, this energy that keeps walking away from all of my people, okay, all of my humanity that are clicking on my tarot readings. It's this past energy of someone walking away and hurting you and you being codependent on them. And this is all signs. Go watch any of my readings and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you just ignore the Gemini, the Libra, the Taurus, the Aries, and you just watch the videos, I promise you, you will relate to the video because all of these energies have been the same thing. Again, stuck on this codependent person who has walked away and left you like an option, right? Your heart, where is it at? Heart with key, right? Someone having your heart, having the key, you not having the key to their heart, but them having the key to your heart. And they literally booked it, took off to another country, and they have your key. They're not communicating with you and they're not giving you back your key. That's this energy. But what's important to understand with that, and this is why I keep saying this so much, it's about that 50-50 rule, okay? And why the 50-50 rule is so important. And I've stated this before, and I will continue to state this. If you give all of your love away, okay? If you give that key away for free, yeah, they're going to take off with it, of course. So you have to make sure that you only give them half of that key. That way, at least you can, it's like, this is the only key you have to the heart. And the only way you can make another key is if you at least have part of the key, right? You're not doing that. You're giving your key away for free. And then you don't have half the key left to make another key. So then you're stuck out of your own heart. Your heart lies with the key. So your focus is on the key. And what sucks is that subconsciously you're focused on the person that's holding the key because you may not realize that what you really need is the key, not the person. Make sense? Clearly you're heartbroken, right? Clearly there's heartbreak here. This is why it's coming through in the reading. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Right? That is the addiction. That is the codependency. It's important to understand that if you want to fall in love, you have to unconditionally love yourself. You can't fall in love with somebody. You're only going to have addiction and codependency. You have to fully love yourself to be able to have a connection. That's why this bad karma is happening, because you never unconditionally loved yourself, right? You gave that key away. This person takes the key. You can't rebuild another one because that was your master key, right? Then what happens? You're heartbroken. You're sad. You're addicted. You're codependent on this person. Straight up. Your whole situation just unfolded right before your eyes because of you giving away your key. That's it. Your key is your stability. Your key is your permanence. Your key is your endurance, your flexibility, your harmony, your balancing. And you just gladly gave your key away. Straight up. I don't think I can get any clearer than that, you know? Exactly. And that's exactly what's happening over and over again. Myself included. I did it too. You know, I'm not judging you. I'm actually speaking on this because I've been there. I've been feeling, or I have felt weak and gave my key away and had to gain my strength back by loving myself. And let me tell you, it's not easy. And you never forget that person. You never stop loving them. You just find ways to love yourself. You know, getting that key back when someone takes it like that, it's so hard. You literally have to just kind of rebuild your own key, okay? You have to make your own key. And let me tell you something, again, it's even harder to make a key from scratch than it is to have a copy made, okay? That's why it's important to not just give that key away freely, right? You have to, again, save some of that key so that you can make the copy, so that you're not having to go to the extremes of finding the materials to create the key, finding a person to make the key, then printing the key or making the key, and then making sure it fits your heart, right? There's a lot more work involved behind all of that, more work, right? That's the karma part of it, right? The karma is because you're not putting yourself first. The karma is because you're giving your key away. The karma is because you're not unconditionally loving yourself. We are the closest thing to God, not a book, not tarot cards, not whatever it is you believe in, okay? The closest thing you can get to God is yourself in here, right? So seeking the answers on the outside is not the right way. You have to come in here. Same thing with your key, right? It's in here. It's important. It really is. I know it seems like it's just like, what are you talking about? But I promise you, there's so much work that needs to take place as individuals, as humans, right? 1, forgiveness. 2, self-value, self-love, unconditional love, and self-worth. There's a lot of issues that we face as humans. We're faulty. We're not perfect. We are of the tangible world. We are intangible bodies. And more importantly, we have powers and capabilities within us that go beyond our human restrictions, our human limitations. And I think this is what makes life so hard. What? I know, mamas. I know she's very vocal. I don't know if you guys heard her or not. She's just talking to me. What, mamas? No. She's going to come over here and bother me. I promise you. All right. Yeah, shit definitely hurts. Most definitely, all right? So now we're going to go ahead and get into Aquarius. That's all I have for you guys, Libra. Hopefully that made some sense. Remember, if you've already given that key away, you do have to rebuild your key, okay? And so it's a little bit more cruel, all right? It's that karma. It is the mind of maniacs, because ultimately you're having to fight yourself now on top of someone else having you. So it's just created more issues. This is why it's important to create those boundaries so that people can't take everything from you. This way you're not having to do everything on top of people hurting you. Does that make sense? Exactly. That is exactly correct, Shane. Exactly. And this is the awakening that's taking place. And like I said, this is an energetic whole, right? A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people are still stuck on the trying to find answers in tarot, but not understanding that it's actually the awakening that's taking place. It is the one love. It is that unconditional love. It is really raising those energies. So believe it or not, I'm super excited to see what happens. I really am. It's like, yes, a lot of people are still stuck on this past energy, but I also see the cards changing. Like, I see the energy changing, even though the energy is still stuck on past tense. You can still see that a little bit of love here and a little bit of love here for self, right? It's a good energy, even though it's not completely where it needs to be. It's happening. So it's beautiful. It really is. All right. So now let's get into Aquarius, right? Let's find out what's going on with my Aquariuses. All right. All right, Aquarius, this one's for you. Libra, I am done. I will see you guys next week. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the relationship reading. If not, I'll see you guys on Friday in the karmic relationship. Obviously, tomorrow's reading is going to be focused on relationships. So those of you guys who are in relationships, just looking for things to spice things up, or even just trying to figure out things that are maybe blockages or barriers in your relationship. And then again, on Friday, we'll get into the karma, right? The karmic situations. Kind of shadows, kind of also third party and complicated relationships, okay? It's crazy. It really is. I mean, shoot, my progression in the past year, like, honestly, I've only been doing readings, like actual tarot readings, for about a year. I've always been an empath. I've always had signs. I've always seen things and heard things, still hear things. For a long time, for me, I tried to just ignore it. I would find myself talking and somebody be like, who are you talking to? What are you talking to? And I'd be like, I don't even know. Like, I would start to ignore it so much. But finally, I started accepting things for what they were. And I was actually gifted a deck. I walked into a store and I was actually going in there for a crystal skull. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I love, hey, what are you doing? No. I don't know if you can tell, but I love skulls. Okay, I always have. I love Halloween. One of my favorite times a year. So it's one of those things. I was walking in there for a crystal skull, and the chick hands me a deck of tarot cards, and she's like, I'm supposed to hand these to you. Okay. Sat in my room for a little bit, and literally I picked them up, and I haven't put them down since, and I've added to my collection over and over again. So, and I still see this woman. She's awesome. But that is what it is. And so my awakening has actually progressed. I've done this for a long time, not necessarily with tarot cards, but I have been a healer for a long time. So I've just been able to communicate with people and lead people in ways that, it's like being the leader that you want, that you are seeking, right? It's that kind of energy. It's just something that's been natural for me. So again, let me get off of this, you guys. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn or anything, but actually that's why I do what I do, this is why I like going live. Oh, well, thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Beautiful. All right, let's get into Aquarius' energy. Y'all ready? Yeah, let's do this. All right. Messages for Aquarius spirit. What's going on with my Aquariuses? Show me the messages that need to be and the messages that need to be seen for my Aquariuses, please. So grab a glass of wine, grab you a blunt, a cigarette, whatever it is that you do, and enjoy your night with me, right? You will be seeing me come on live pretty actively. I will at least try to get on at least 4 days a week, 5 days a week for you guys. So at any point, if you feel lonely, just hop on and say hi, definitely. Oh, thank you. I don't know my name. Thank you. Ah, warrior woman coming through again. Remember, this can be warrior man. It doesn't have to be warrior woman. All right, Aquarius. This is spirit asking you, have you answered to your calling? And if you haven't, that's the question that you need to ask yourself. What is your calling? What is that feeling telling you inside, Aquarius? All right. Spirit, what else do you have? And this is the deeper calling, okay? Not just a calling, but the deeper calling, right? That higher perspective, that deeper intuition, okay? This is that diving deep and really finding the answers within, not on the outside, okay? Ah, we also have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, right? Anna, grandmother of Jesus, okay? Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Ah, I love it, right? Father God, right? This is the ultimate sacrifice, right? This is devotion for that sacrifice. This is trusting in his plan, trusting in the creator's plan that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, okay? Through the bad shit and the good, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust the plan, all right, Aquarius, trust the plan. All right, Spirit, what else do you have? Show me what I need to see and show me the messages for my Aquariuses, please. Remember, my Aquariuses are the ideas behind the air, right? The ideas behind the conversations, the ideas behind the communication, right? My Aquariuses tend to be very unpredictable. Okay, very, very unpredictable. Very inquisitive. What is the other word I'm looking for? Intriguing, right? Again, very unpredictable from 1 minute to the next. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean in the most beautiful way. Yes, of course, there's always negatives and positives to life. With everything, there's negative and positive. So, of course, everybody has a negative side and a positive side. But ultimately, it's this intriguing energy with my Aquariuses that I absolutely love, okay? Remember, it's also too about laying foundations here. I do feel like, honestly, there's a strong emphasis on the foundations you're laying, okay? And understanding that the foundation that has been laid is not yours to lay, but it has already been laid for you. I think that's more important here, right? We as humans go against what our purpose is because we are, again, limited because of our bodies, because of the grounded to earth, right? The transformation card, the high priestess, right? That's basically what this is. This is the transformation card. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. This is that awakening. This is intuition. This is inner guidance. This is higher guidance. This is, again, that higher perspective guiding the way. We also have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Yeah, that's right, Aquarius. I feel like, honestly, there's something here from your childhood that is a gift that you have had, and you know this, okay? Maybe it's the same gift as I. Maybe as a child you saw things and you didn't understand what these things were, and you were afraid to tell people what you saw because every time you did mention something, people made fun of you or you were the outcast. But I do feel like, honestly, there is this innocence to it. Remember what they say. They say children and animals see spirits because they're innocent, because they're tender, because, call it naive, call it whatever you want, but they're still, they haven't been blinded by the 3D tangible life, right? They're still pure and innocent and tender in their form. This is that energy I'm feeling, right? This is what an empath is. This is what a psychic is. It's that inner child that never goes away. It's not caring what people think and not allowing others to stunt your powers that you were gifted with. I forget what part of the Bible it is. I'd have to do my research. I don't read the Bible anymore, you guys. I've read it a few times over and over again. There's a part of the Bible. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this. My life has been very hectic. It's not that I don't have God in my life. I very much do. But there's a part of the Bible where he refers to each one of us having a gift. You know, some of us have the gift to lead. Some of us have the gift to prophecy, like to see things. Healers, right? So we all have powers that have been divinely given to us. However, yes, definitely. However, again, because of those ancestral curses, also too because of the conforming of society, right? The power that be, or the powers that have been, okay? I'm not trying to get into politics or anything like that because it's important to understand politics is power, right? It is the study of power. But ultimately, again, this goes back to like what I was talking about, the slave and the slave owner. It has been, from day one, it has been controlled. Even the things we see on television, to everything that you're seeing happening, it was all a part of the plan, okay? That's why I feel like this awakening is happening. I feel like these rare gifts are coming back. I feel like people are starting to remember things. People are starting to acknowledge that there's no way you can hide this anymore. This is happening. And I do feel like it's because as above, so below. Yes, we have war here. What do you think's happening up there? Pretty deep, but I had to bring that up because I feel like, honestly, a lot of people are awakening, straight up. A lot of powers are happening. A lot of innocence that is being given to people who have not seen the most innocent things, right? The warriors. Yeah. So let's just leave it at that, all right? What was I saying? Things are starting to come back. At the bottom of the deck, I remember the fated life versus the destined life, right? Damn. Very powerful. All right, so let's tap into your energy and see where you're at, okay? Aquariuses, let's see where your energy is at. So we obviously know what Spirit has to tell you, right? Tap into those innocence, those gifts that you have. I feel like you already know what those are, okay? Whether this was, again, to lead, to see things, to hear things, to heal people, to create strength, or to be a shoulder to cry on, okay? To be compassionate. It just depends on what your power is. You'll know what it is, all right? You'll know. And if you don't know, just ask. Ask Divine. He'll answer you, I promise. Maybe not when you expect it, because remember, divine timing and our understanding of timing is totally different. But you will have that aha moment, I promise you. Especially if you're seeking it here and not here, okay? All right. We have I keep the waters pure. Woo, Aquarius, I love that. I really do. Maybe you have water in your chart. But ultimately, this is about you being very pure with your emotions, okay? This is being very pure with your intuition and where you're at and how you feel, okay? We also have I hold purity and high esteem. So you do have high self-esteem, okay? And I don't feel egotistical in any way, shape, or form. I don't feel, any of that energy. I literally feel a lot of my Aquarius is being very confident when it comes to that inner love, which out of all of the air signs, it's really good to hear because Aquarius, you may need to be the leader for your fellow air signs at this time, okay? Now, Gemini, Libra, don't take it personal if you're still watching. Trust me, the cycles turn and Aquarius will be in the weaker spot. And of course, we'll need the Gemini and Libra's energy to help because things always change. Okay, this is how energy is. I do feel like, though, again, there's this pureness within you, Aquarius. Interesting, very interesting. So the messages from Spirit are, of course, to trust your gifts, to trust your powers. And now we have this pureness coming in. It's like the calming of water, right? It's like going and taking your hand on the ocean and just seizing all the waves, right? How do you say it? Seizing. It sounds weird to me. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what. You just found confidence again. It's really hard. It really is, but I'm picking it up. I'm telling you. And maybe, not all of you guys do have your confidence fully, okay? Maybe this confidence thing's not for all of you guys, but ultimately it's this trusting energy, okay? And that's what the pureness is. Pure is innocent, okay? Pure is the not knowing. So I feel like, honestly, this confidence is a gift. It's not like you've been yes, you may have been working on it, but what I'm saying is Spirit's giving you this confidence. Spirit's giving you this purity. Maybe there's things that are taking place that has created the awakening. I feel like you're feeling this, right? This is that pureness I'm talking about. This is that pureness of emotions that I'm referring to. It's these gifts that you have. It's this innocence that you have, this purity that you have. That is not in the 3D, it's in the 5D, right? You're feeling it in here. It's not about what you see. It's not about what you see in the mirror. It's about what you feel inside. Peace, understanding, knowing. I feel like for the first time in your life, Aquarius, in a long time, you feel somewhat safe, even though things are really hectic right now. Interesting. Let's dive a little bit deeper. I could be off a little bit. Maybe I'm picking up on somebody else's energy here, but Spirit, show me what else. Spirit, show me what else I need to see for my Aquariuses, please. Did I say Gemini? I better not say Gemini. I speak with good intent. Interesting. And this is in the reverse. So I feel like sometimes maybe you can be a little foul with your words, okay? Maybe your intentions aren't the best sometimes. Maybe you know that you intentionally speak to hurt somebody's feelings. Like maybe you're hurting inside, so you feel like, oh, you hurt me, well, tit for tat, right? I'm going to hurt you. This is even a part of that innocence. I advance through my abilities is coming out like the Gemini, but this is crossing you. Very interesting. So this Gemini energy is crossing you here, okay? This Gemini energy of not advancing through your own abilities, okay? So ultimately, it's the same kind of energy as Gemini here. Like maybe you're focused on, again, I'm using a relationship as an example, okay? You're looking at this relationship and you're like, I don't have that. I wish I had that, right? It's, again, seeing the abilities on the outside. Oh, this person is really successful in their job. I wish I had that. I wish I could be successful, right? It's not trusting your own abilities. But I don't feel it as strong as Gemini. This is crossing you. So I feel like you've been working on this. I feel like you've been building up your confidence. I don't see it 100% okay, but I see you working on it. And so this is still crossing you, okay? And because this energy is still crossing you, this is why possibly you may not have good intentions. Not because you have evil intentions, but just because there's still doubt within your life, within your ability to be able to achieve, your ability to be able to manifest, whether it's manifest love or manifest money or a home or tradition or values, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like because this is crossing you, this is what's kind of making it hard for you to be able to fully have good intentions, because there's this little bit of self-doubt in here. Yes, you're building up your confidence. Yes, you're growing as a person, but there's still that doubt. So because of that doubt, because you're not fully 100% confident, there's still this, again, not evil intention, but it's just not the purest form when it comes to this, when it comes to the way you speak to others, okay? And I feel like, honestly, with this, I hold purity in the highest form. I feel like, honestly, it's like you look at people who, again, this is because of that, seeing the possibility and the ability of others, but not seeing the ability within you. So I feel like, even like, say, for example, I'm going to use myself as an example here. You see me as a healer. You see me as having amazing powers and abilities, but you don't see the power and the ability you have, okay? Does that make sense? That's how I'm feeling. I feel like you still have this high esteem for purity, right? Divinity, right? Guidance, healers, intuitives, empaths. But ultimately, like, even though you have this purity in it, you don't own your own ability. Does that make sense? Like, you don't see your own abilities. Again, you're still focused outside, not in. Make sense? Got it. All right. Bottom of the deck, again, I honor virtue in the reverse. Interesting. So I do feel like, honestly, you might have a hard time with waiting. And I stated this before too, and I'll state it again. Patience is the reward, right? It's not who you're waiting for. It's the wait. That's the reward. So it's kind of that energy with virtues here. So I do feel like there's a part of you that has a hard time. Maybe you're not a very patient person, okay? Maybe you've been feeling very rushed to have love come now, or to have the signs now. And I will tell you, that's not how spirit works, okay? It's when you're least expecting it. It's when you're quiet, resting, and meditating that the answers tend to come. So again, this is why I don't speak of time on my channel, okay? But ultimately, I do feel like, again, you may not be the best when it comes to patience, okay? It's not a bad thing, okay? I was there once. Still a little bit impatient sometimes, especially when it comes to driving in the Houston area. Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so we do have the Three of Cups coming out already, okay? King of Cups, interesting. Same energy, okay? Same energy. Focused on third-party situation. Focused on outer influence, okay? King of Cups is here, though, okay? This is the power of love. This is being clear when it comes to love. This is taking action when it comes to love. The King of Cups could be coming in. We will clarify and see what's going on here, okay, Aquarius? Ooh, Nine of Swords, ending, completion, ending things when it comes to the way you think or the way you've thought, okay? maybe the way you've taken action or the way you've thought about taking action towards love. I do feel like, honestly, you know, there's a lot of sleepless nights and anxiety here. There's something that has you sad, okay? Maybe it's the Three of Cups energy. We're gonna have to clarify and find out. I do feel like, again, there's something that's kept you up at night, but it's imaginary, right? So it's your own restraints, it's your own depression, it's your own anxiety. Like, you're your own worst enemy. Like, you're really keeping yourself up at night by really focusing on something, again, outward, right? Not inward. Yeah. You haven't let go of the failures. Strong emphasis, again, on really focusing on the things that have been lost, the things that you haven't succeeded, the things that have been unstable, the things that maybe you put your all into and you didn't produce, right? You didn't manifest. Somebody walks away from you. Somebody walked away from you. Third party situation makes sense. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. You know, maybe losing a job, maybe losing a lot of things here, maybe losing love and losing your finances. Maybe you depended on somebody. Codependency makes sense. Keeps you up at night, that's for sure. Has you anxious, very anxious, whatever this is. Biting your nails, crying, maybe not crying, but definitely antsy, unsure, uncomfortable, maybe tossing and turning, literally can't sleep, that kind of energy. Yeah, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah. So I do feel like, honestly, all of this really pushes you to really evaluate things in your life. You really start thinking here, okay, look, things haven't worked out the way I want them to. I'm upset. I'm sad. I'm depressed. I can't sleep at night. I'm still attached to somebody and I can't let them go. Okay. Again, strong emphasis on really holding on to the things that have failed here. The failures, but you're not seeing the accomplishments within the failures. So it's just like you're really caught up in the failures of shit. I'm not saying that. Okay, Three of Cups energy, Spirit. Why is the Three of Cups here? Oh my goodness. Not manifesting. Okay, yeah. Knight of Swords energy. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Double confirmation on not Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Fortitude in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not manifesting. Okay, so we have Three Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the power of manifestation in reverse. Not manifesting. Okay. So clearly this third party situation, I feel like, honestly, there was no manifestation to a third party situation, meaning there is someone that you are focused on. Okay. Outer influence. Maybe this is someone who's walked away from you. Maybe you're just even focused on the person that your person walked away towards. Okay. But either way, the reason the Three of Pentacles is here is because there was something that you didn't manifest, okay? You were very clear here on what it is that you wanted to manifest, but things were not manifested, okay? You weren't in your power here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So you weren't grounded to the concept of what was happening in this third party situation, or what was happening when this person wanted to leave, or when this person pulled their energy back. Again, we had the Five of Pentacles, right? So we know that this person has walked away from you, and this is what has you staying up at night, right? Not being able to sleep. Three of Pentacles, though, this is just really confirming. I do feel like, honestly, the reason you have a lot of issues is because the person that you're still in love with is honestly in a third-party relationship, okay? And if they're not in a third-party relationship, they're just working really hard on outer stuff, right? Things that don't involve you, okay? With 2 3s on the table, especially with a 3 confirming the 3, that usually tells me that there is some type of outer influence with a person. Usually when I see 2 3s on the table, this can be family. It does not have to be a female or a male, okay? It doesn't have to be intimate. This can also be coworkers, that kind of energy, okay? But by the time I see 2 3s on the tables, that's pretty confident that it is a person. Again, it doesn't have to be intimate though, okay? But this makes you weak. This makes you feel really weak because the person you love is in another relationship. The person that you want to be with, the person that you want to celebrate and accomplish things in life with is doing these things and working hard with someone else. So ultimately, it makes you feel very, very weak, okay? Why is the King of Cups energy here, Spirit? Why is the King of Cups energy here? Blasted Tower. The Eight of Cups in reverse. The Universe. So I feel like, honestly, remember what I was telling you? I feel like you see the abilities of others, but you don't see the abilities within yourself. Okay, so when you're looking at this counterpart, okay, this person that you want to take action when it comes to love towards you, okay, this one that got away, this one that is in another connection or is influenced by the outer realms, ultimately, there's a destruction between you and this person, okay? This person decides to really stay like procrastinating either the breaking up of this connection or the communication within this connection. Either way, there was a lot of procrastination, okay? A lot of stagnation with this person, okay? This person abandoned you. That was the Tower moment, okay? That was the Blasted Tower. This person walking away, this person ending things with you. And again, it was a very dragged out ending, okay? And I do feel like you still look at this person as accomplished, though, as great, amazing, and powerful. Even though this person really straight up just abandoned something that could have been very successful. You just weren't worth it to them. As much as that hurts, it's the reality of it. Doesn't matter what they told you, you're still focused on an energy that is not with you, that is putting their energy elsewhere. This makes you weak. This makes you stagnant. But yet, you still have the Universe card. You're still looking at the accomplishments within this connection. You're not looking at the reality behind it. Or maybe you are, but it's just harder for you to accept the failures. It's easier for you, and it feels better, right? I mean, you're already staying up late at night, right? So it's just easier for you to think about the good things, not the bad. Ironically, though, you're still up late at night, right? You do have the world, the universe in reverse, which is telling me that you are paying attention to the failure still. So even though you see the accomplishments with this person, like this person's perfect, even though they've done all this damage to you, ultimately that energy changes, okay? Nine of Swords energy, Spirit, show me why the Nine of Swords energy is here. Ah, thank you, Shane. I'm sorry, wait. Yeah, he's going through it with not wanting to where he wants to be in life. Yep. Yep, third party, right? I'm still forging my key, but I am happily working on it. That's good to hear, Shane. Seriously. It's hard, man. It really is. I'm still working on my key too, okay? And I'm in a relationship, and it's hard because I still have a hard time giving him my love because I still have so many boundaries and blockages myself that I'm still working on. I'm just really lucky to have a fellow earth sign who is willing to be patient. If you're with someone who's not patient, it's going to be very hard, but I'm just really lucky to have communication in my connection. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not always perfect. We have issues, okay? Nothing's ever perfect, okay? Perfection doesn't really exist, okay? But you can find that equal balance. You can find that equal give and take, okay? Knight of Cups energy, right? So this is back to this King of Cups, Knight of Cups energy. So I do feel like, honestly, this person's keeping you up late at night. The fact that this person's not loving you, you don't know if this person really, it's like you don't really know what this person feels or how this person really thinks because they haven't really communicated with you. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, but is that really the case? Even though they haven't really verbalized things, or maybe they have, for some of you, ultimately you have to ask yourself, does this person love you? If they loved you, wouldn't they be with you right now? I don't care what kind of outer influence there is. If someone truly loves you, they will be with you. They will bend over backwards for you. I feel like this is what keeps you up at night. That question in itself. Does this person love you? Why do you feel the way you do? Why can't you let go? God, that brings back memories. Staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning and turning over and realizing, oh my God, you have to wake up in a few hours for work. You've allowed your whole night to go to a waste because you were infatuated. I'm going to say it, infatuated with someone who won't even give you the time of day. Someone who gives you heartache and pain. And it sucks. It's a shitty situation to be in because if this person knew the amount of love you had for them, not even knew, felt what it was that you were going through, that's when the awakening would take place with them. That pain would awaken them. But unfortunately, it doesn't ever happen at the same time. Sometimes it doesn't ever happen in this lifetime. Your person may never wake up. They may not. But ultimately, the only thing you can focus on is you, right? On your awakening, your strength gaining, right? Your loving, your unconditional love, your stability, your flexibility, right? Why is the world here in reverse, Spirit? Why is the world here in reverse? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the world here in reverse. What are these failures? What is my Aquarius finally acknowledging within the failures? The Lovers. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Children of the voice of divine. Beautiful, right? So I do feel like, honestly, now you're going to really start to, now that the awakening's taken place with you, you're going to start to really see the failures within the Lovers connection, right? This is accepting the good and the bad, right? This is accepting, and again, this is, well, it's hard to say because usually the Lovers can also be childhood trauma, like childhood memories. Excuse me. This could be you reliving childhood memories. Maybe there's some codependency or some issues that go further back. But ultimately, it's like you start to really see and acknowledge the accomplishments within the failures when it comes to the Lovers, okay? You start to realize that everything happens for a reason, and you have to start accepting the failure of one connection to fully understand what this Lovers card is about, right? Because this Lovers card doesn't take place without this destruction, without this failure, without this hurt, without this pain, without this anxiety of staying up late at night, without all of this doesn't exist. Straight up. Right? So this is acknowledging those failures. This is what you do. You start to realize, okay, so I have to acknowledge my failures and grow from my failures. That's this energy. starting to really waken up to the fact that, okay, yes, everything happens for a reason, including the most worst of scenarios. What is the Queen of Wands energy? King of Wands in reverse. There's your couple. The Queen and the, interesting, the King and the Queen are both in reverse. This is fire energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign. This is a couple though, okay? This is a couple. So either you have fire in your chart and you're dealing with someone with fire in their chart, or this person was a fire sign and they're with a fire sign, okay? This is a couple though. This is a couple that is in disunion. This is a couple that is no longer here, right? Not here in this energy anyways. Maybe they're in the 3D, maybe they're in the tangible, but this is a couple that is together. This is a couple coming through in this reading that is very egotistical, very lusty, overindulging. Maybe this is this couple coming through. Why would the Queen of Wands? Did you know this third party? I'm curious now. Why is the Queen of Wands coming through? Show me what I need to see when it comes to this Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's the reconciliation. Temperance is coming through. The reconciliation. Nine of Wands energy. Lord of great strength. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician manifesting, right? That's pretty dope. Okay, this is a good way to end this reading, okay? So ultimately, Aquarius, you do have this awakening, okay? You understand that to fully understand what the lover's connection is about is that union within you that takes place when you start acknowledging the accomplishments within the failures, okay? Got it? All right, so once that happens, then you start to look at the situation, right? You've wanted this reconciliation with this person, maybe the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? If not, maybe the King of Wands in reverse, okay? Regardless, doesn't have to be a fire sign. Ultimately, it's this lusty couple, okay? It's this is not you, okay? This is someone that you're focusing on that is not within union, okay? You want reconciliation with this, okay? This reconciliation, this yearning to manifest this reconciliation, okay? You want to manifest this reconciliation, and you're willing to go to great strengths to do it. Straight up. That's how this reading's ending. You're very clear here, okay? You're very clear. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to say no more. She's telling me she don't want to be a freak no more. Let's pull overall energy, okay? Because I'm not getting it. I thought you were on this great path of really, truly, fully understanding what it was, and then it's like, bam, you go right back into reconciliation. Maybe this person feels you pull away and maybe they come back. I don't know. Let's find out what's going on here. Spirit, show me the overall energy of my Aquariuses, please. Show my Aquariuses what they need to see when it comes to this connection, when it comes to new love, past love, whatever is going on with this love in their life. Show me the unconditional love. Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Aquariuses, please. Whew. All right. That totally just took me off. I mean, it's a good ending, I guess, in a weird way. If that's what you really want, and that's what you want to manifest, well, so be it. But as long as you fully understand what it is that you're manifesting, right? When you manifest this disunion, you're clear about manifesting either the King of Wands in reverse or the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? Take your pick, but they're in reverse, okay? There's negativity with them, right? You're going to get weakness. You're going to get a lack of manifestation. You're going to get destruction. You're going to get stagnation, all right? Spirit, show me what I need to see, and show my Aquariuses what they need to see. Good to hear. All right. Wow. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So karmic relationship, I saw it flip over. Yep, there it is. Yeah, this is what doesn't make sense to me. Maybe this is, I don't know. It's hard. I don't understand why this reconciliation is coming out because, again, this karmic relationship is here, okay? Look, the chasers come out, right? Chasing this person. Chasing a karmic relationship at that. Yeah, the axe. This is over. This is a breakup. This is done, right? I was not expecting that, Aquarius. I'm sorry. But it is what it is, right? That's not going to be for all of you, but okay, interesting. So, yeah, right, this breakup definitely had you chasing this person, okay? And maybe you finally decide to cut it off. Regardless, though, there's a big emphasis on stopping the pattern, okay? This message came through in the messages from Spirit, and now it's coming through with the axe, right? The axe is talking about separation, breakup, stopping the pattern, though, okay? This is really about stopping that pattern. I feel like, honestly, someone's given you the silent treatment one too many times. Someone has abandoned you one too many times, okay? That's what this is about, okay? That's what a karmic relationship is, remember? I've already explained this karmic relationship. Bad karma, it was coming through, right? Didn't it come through? Where did it come through? Maybe that was with Gemini. No, it came through. Didn't it? Didn't the bad karma come through? Bad luck? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that was Libra? I don't know. Okay, I apologize. Yeah, I do feel like, honestly, this person ended something and there was a silent treatment. There was never communication. So ultimately, that's why at some point you did chase this person, okay? Look, though, you wake up, all right? The sword and rose is here. You have that mental clarity. You have that awakening, right? It's like something happens and it's like the revelation, right? It's like truth, right? It's that clarity, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. I do feel like this is divine, though. This is divine showing you what it is in some way, shape, or form, okay? Makes sense now. So this reconciliation is not you wanting reconciliation. It's like, I feel like, honestly, this Queen of Wands and this King of Wands energy is possibly the disunion period, right? Just a disunion between a couple period, right? So ultimately, this manifestation that's taking place for this reconciliation, this person being clear and creating all this strength, has to do with someone expressing love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. I feel like this person may be coming back. Be prepared. I feel like this person may be coming back here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. I do feel like this person is probably coming back. I feel like, honestly, it's like you walk away and they feel that energy. It's like you start to do something for yourself. You get the mental clarity you need. You get that force. And it's like you start to honor yourself and honor this self-love. Again, you start to see the accomplishments within the failure and you start to move forward. And that's when this energy comes back. But this is commitment being tested, okay? Your devotion being tested here. Hopefully before this energy comes back, you have time to heal and ascend, okay? So that you can see this energy for what it is and be very clear when this energy comes in this disunion. You'll see it in the reverse. Does that make sense? I feel like if you don't ascend and if you don't heal, this person's going to come back in with this reconciliation, and this magician energy really quick is going to turn into the trickster real quick, because you're not going to be seeing it for what it is, right? You're going to be seeing it with illusions because you haven't quite ascended or healed, right? So you're still in the hurting stages, the anxiety stages, waiting for this person to come back, waiting, where's the love call? Waiting for this person to call, waiting for this person to send you a message, right? So it's either you take the route of waiting for this individual, waiting for them to reconciliate, right? Waiting and depending on them to call you, or you make the decision to go ahead and heal and ascend and allow things to happen the way they're supposed to happen, right? I do feel that pretty strongly here, okay? So you do have a choice to make. I do feel like you do need to be clear with yourself, right? Look, what was at the bottom of the deck? Heart with key. Heart with key, right? Lightning, fast. Yeah, for sure. I guess we're gonna have to tune back in next week and see what's happening, Aquarius. But all in all, I do feel like, honestly, you do have some thinking that you need to do, okay? You do need to really heal here before you can make any decisions when it comes to reconciliation, okay? I do wish that I saw something with new love coming in. Ultimately, that's what I want to see with your energy, okay? Hopefully next week this will change. Hopefully you will eventually let go of this person, or if not, reconciliate and be in the same cycle again. I don't want to see you in the same cycle again, because remember, this is a karmic relationship, okay? So by allowing this relationship to come back, it's going to be this karmic relationship again. And so ultimately you have to acknowledge that, and you have to cut the ties. You have to cut the codependency, the addiction. Yeah, you need to manifest and be clear on what it is that you're going to manifest before you do it. You need to heal, okay? So with that being said, Aquarius, that's all I have for you. I am exhausted. I'm going to have to get to the water signs in the morning, you guys, okay? So be looking for the water signs video if you guys have any water signs in your chart, or you're dealing with a water sign. I am exhausted. This mama is going to eat and go to bed. I don't usually stay up this late. You can see it in my eyes. I look stoned. Promise you, that's not what it is. I'm tired, okay? But I love you guys. Stay blessed. Blessed be. Remember, have faith, have love for yourself, and really just be clear on what it is that you're going to manifest. Because I feel like, honestly, a lot of people, it's like they hear they can manifest things, and so literally they start manifesting things, and then all of a sudden they get it, and it's the same scenario again. And they're like, but wait, you told me I could manifest what I wanted. Well, yeah, but you're not realizing that you're expecting things that may not be real. You have to accept it from a realistic point of view, all right? So with that being said, you guys, I love you, all right? I am sending nothing but positive energy your way, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the water signs, and then, of course, we are going to be tapping into all of the relationship type cycles, okay? So relationships, all right, for all of those of you who are in a relationship, all right? So with that being said, again, you guys, I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. I am out of here. Look at this. I got to go, dude, all right? All right, you guys, I love you. Bye.